Every play's a statement, coach head on the headset, leading like a champion. Games on blast, yeah, we talking all the scores. From the stands to the couch, it's college football wars. Tactical rise, rivals feel the pressure. Every snap, every pass, it's a teacher lecture. We breaking down the plays with rhythm and force. This podcast is the playbook, it's the main source. On the headset, we're calling the shots. Every team on the rise, giving all that we got. On the field, we hustle every snap like it's gold. Highlight reels rolling, the stories unfold. Tailgates are packed, fans decked in their pride. On the headset, got the whole world on our side. From the kickoff to the final drive, Coach Ed's breaking down how we thrive. Every week, every game, we're turning the tide. On the headset, where the passion won't hide. Let's talk stats, let's break it down. Championship dreams, we're wearing that crown. From the big wins to the heartbreaking loss. On the headset, we're here, no matter the cost.
Peace and blessings, everyone. It's me, Coach Ed, and here with another episode of On the Headset. Today, we're going to be covering some Friday Night Lights in the Ivies. We're going to be checking out Princeton versus Columbia. So this is a nice little local matchup. Princeton here in central New Jersey, not far from New York, probably about an hour, give or take. And Columbia is also in New York City. So great little matchup, goes back years. So I'll definitely be getting into that. I appreciate everyone for being here. Make sure you guys hit the like button on all the networks here, the Aboriginal Sports Network, the Hardcore Sports Network, also on Coach Ed Sports. Make sure you guys hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't already done so and get notified. It's free for you guys. It's free for me. There's that saying. So we really appreciate everyone who supports us. And also make sure you share on all your social media platforms. It helps it continue to grow each of the platforms. And we appreciate you guys for doing that. So, but definitely excited to get into this game and go and see some Ivy Leagues. So I've been following Ivy Leagues for years. When I say years, I mean, like I said, when I lived in Plainfield as a kid, literally 30, 40 minutes from Princeton. So it's not that far it wasn't that far for me. And I know all the history and all the rivalries between them and Rutgers starting the first football game. So I've been following the Ivies for years. So really appreciate it. So let me tap into the chat to my brother NYG. What's up, bro? How are you, man? I hope everything's all right with you, man. So thanks for tapping in. So but let's go ahead and get into a little pregame. Some things that I've brought up. I'm going to start with Columbia. Columbia actually is traveling to Princeton to take on the Tigers, so they will be the away team. Last year, Columbia actually won the Ivy League, so this is, their effort to kick off the Ivy Leagues and see if they can get win a second Ivy League title. So the second in a row, I should say. Sorry. They're a formidable opponent. Last week they got their first win. Columbia edged Georgetown 19-10, and it reclaimed the Lou Little Trophy for last week's game. This is, like I said, the home opener for both teams, and this is their initial phase in their title defense. They're leading the Ivy League and ranked number 2 in FCS in passing defense, so they do have a good defense. They're allowing just 116.5 yards through the air in 2 games, so they play some sound defense there. In 3 career games against Princeton, Justin Townsend has 5 sacks, so that's one of their defenders. He has 5 sacks, 10 tackles, and returned an interception pass for a touchdown in 2023. With the win for Columbia, it gives the Lions a 1-0 start in Ivy League play for the second consecutive year. So, that would be a good start for them. It would be Columbia's first at Princeton since 2017 and 6th in program history. It improves Columbia record to 12-17 in primetime games, and it marked Columbia's second win in the past three night games. I'm sorry. So there you have a little tidbit for Columbia. Let's move over to Princeton and some Princeton notes here. Where was it? I had it. Here it is. The history. This will be the 94th meeting between Princeton and Columbia, and the Tigers hold the all-time edge 75, 17, and 1. So Columbia carries the momentum of a 34-17 home win over the Tigers last season. So, and it was their first step towards an Ivy League title. So that's key for them. Princeton has been especially strong at home in this series, where it has won 6 of the last 7 meetings, including a 10-7 win in a Friday night downpour 2 seasons ago. Well, it's not raining so far. Hopefully it doesn't pour. So Princeton is 11-6 on Friday nights during the 2000s, including a 6-3 mark at home. So they play well at home. You know, over the last 2 years, Princeton has home Friday night wins over both Columbia in 2023 and Brown in 2024. So they did lose a Week 8 matchup against Dartmouth last season. So now it says 5 alive. Over the last 11 seasons, the team that has won this matchup has finished either first or second in the Ivy League 7 times. So that's a big indicator. The total includes 5 championships for Princeton in 2013, 2016, 2018, and 2021, in Columbia last year in 2024. Princeton ranks second in the Ivy League and 13th nationally in scoring offense, 36.5 points per game. So this is going to be an interesting trend. This is going to be an interesting battle between the two teams. One's defensive, one is offensive. So let's bring up some key players in this matchup here between these two teams. So let's bring up the shared screen. And we could take a look here at some of the key players in between this game. So as you have here, you have Godwin. I think his name is Chase Godwin, who's quarterback for Columbia. He's 26 of 58, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions for 346 yards. And Kia Cologne, he's 25 of 38, 2 touchdowns, and 317 yards. So he's a little bit more efficient. You have Walters, who's the running back, 28 carries for 111 yards, while Clark, I think it's Ethan Clark, 21 carries, 2 touchdowns, and 94 yards. And then your top receivers, Evans for Columbia, 6 receptions, 110 yards, and Rossi, 7 receptions for 109 yards. And then on the defensive line, you have Townsend for Columbia, 2 sacks, and Christopher, their linebacker, who has 1 sack. Tackles, Newton, he has 17 tackles, and Christopher has 24 tackles in their first 2 games. So it's going to be very telling in terms of those attacks. Princeton is actually tied for the Ivy League with 7 rushing touchdowns, including 3 by the team best 3 by Darion Murphy. So he's an important player for them on the ground. You have Ethan Clark. He shares the lead with Murphy with 3 touchdowns, where he caught 1 in a pass. You have what is known as Cobra Kai 1, senior quarterback Kai Cologne. He threw only 1 varsity pass last season, but this year he leads the Tigers in passing, 164.5 per game, and touchdown passes 2. So he's one of 2 starting quarterbacks in the league who has yet to throw an interception. So, you know, Columbia is looking to end that trend. And then you have Cobra Kai 2, sophomore running back Kai Honda. He's one of the key rushers for Princeton. Last week, he got 37 yards in the win over Lafayette. And then again, we talked about Chase Christopher. He ranked second in the Ivy League in tackles. He had 14 last week over against Lafayette, 12 solos. So very impactful player. So and there's one other person. There it is. Junior defensive back Torian Roberts. He recorded 3 interceptions in his first year as a starter last season. This year, he had a pick six, 38-yard interception return against Lafayette. So, going to be interesting. You have the head coach, Bob Serace. He's been here now 15 years, and Columbia's head coach. This is his second year. Forgot who the head coach is. I had it here. Here it is, Joe Poppy. So he's the head coach. So he's looking to continue on with his trend there. So really excited and stoked for this game. Those of you who love Ivy League football, because it is good football. Yes, it is not the FBS, but it is the FCS level. But they've been playing good football for a year. One of the most classic ones is Harvard and Yale. If you follow it, I mean, that's one of the big rivalry. Princeton also has good rivalry with both programs. So they've always competed against both of those programs throughout the year. So again, like I'm excited to see this. So again, everyone, thanks for being here. Make sure you hit the like button wherever you're watching this, on whichever platform. If you're on Twitter, welcome aboard. Make sure you guys hit the like there too. So really appreciate you guys. Throw your comments in the chat. Definitely will love to hear what you guys have to say. This game is going to be on ESPN2. So ESPNU, my apologies. Let me go ahead and get the game cast. So I had it up before. So I'm going to bring back up the game cast so that way we can be ready once the game comes on. And again, like I said, kickoff is set for 7:30. So that's why I like coming in a little bit early and getting a little pregame, getting us a little ready, give us a little buzz. This is their first Ivy League game. Each team is 1-1. Princeton is favored by 5 points. So going to be interesting. And, again, like I said, being that it's in Jersey, and Princeton has played well at home, so we'll see what's going on. Okay, so what's up, Nicholas? Thank you for tapping in. Right now, I'm thinking it's going to be Princeton. Coach Serace throughout the year has done a very good job, and I think he's going to be key in his coaching philosophy. The way this team is attacking offensively, I think that they're primed. I mean, last week they scored 38 points on Lafayette, so they won 38-28. So, and then again, Columbia, they beat Georgetown 19-10. So it's going to be the contrast. Whoever executes, whether on the defensive side or the offensive side, ultimately is going to win. That's just how it usually goes down in football. But I'm picking Princeton. One, because they're at home. Throughout this series, they have played very well. They lost last year, so they want redemption, and they want to prove that they're one of the better teams. Both teams were not picked to be winning the Ivy League. They were both 4th and 5th in terms of preseason projections. So, but again, like I said, I'm eager to see who's going to do well. So what's up, Mitch? Thanks for tapping in, man. Really appreciate you. Make sure you guys tap into both NYG22 as well. You can check out NYG22 on YouTube. His channel is Unpopular Opinion Sports. And then Mitch Kowski, part of the Hardcore Sports Network, you can also tap into his YouTube, his name, Mitch Kowski. They're great content creators, covering football, basketball, wrestling. Mitch does wrestling, NYG. He also does a little documentary. He's getting into that. So great content creators, whatever you're looking for, tap in. And again, not just those two. In both networks, there's some great content creators. we have everything covered for you guys. It doesn't matter the sport, whether it's football, basketball, baseball, wrestling, MMA, or UFC. I'm sorry if I'm saying it wrong. Um, so pretty much got it covered. Right now, the game is just about starting. They're starting their pregame analysis between the two. So just so you know, the colors, Princeton will always be black and orange, and Columbia will be that Columbia blue, that light blue with white. So there you have it. You have the watch it along with me. I'll give you my analysis and my reaction to what's going on. But you can see the game along with me. So, but yeah, like I said, I'm pretty excited, pretty stoked for this. I love Ivy League football. Again, I can't, along with FBS, don't get me wrong. For those you know who I root for, but there we have it. Who's going to end up being the kings of the Ivies? Pun intended. Will it be the Tigers of Princeton or the Lions of Columbia? So, Nicholas, you asked me who do I have winning. What about you? Who do you have winning this game? So, there we have it. Last year, Columbia was 5-2 overall, and they won their first Ivy League banner since 1961. So, think about that. That was their first one since 61, way before I was even born. Wow. What's up, Blaze? What's up, my brother? How are you doing, man? Thanks for tapping in, man. I really appreciate you. So, yeah, since 1961, long time. So, looks like, Princeton, there was a dual quarterback set, Kai Colonna and Blaine Hippa. Going to keep an eye on how they utilize both quarterbacks. Princeton looks like they're going to be in their black jerseys with orange numbering and lettering. Looks like they're orange and black helmets. They have the winged approach on their helmets. They actually were the first one before Michigan, but Michigan makes it most famous. So, went over the history. Columbia won last year. So, just waiting to see the kickoff and how we get things set up. So, and anybody else, I asked Nicholas who he thinks is going to win. If anybody wants to put in who they feel is going to win, please, by all means, definitely put that in. So looks like Columbia will be kicking off. They're going to be kicking off from the 40. So this is different. I guess the Ivy League has a different kickoff spot. So kicker has it lined up. Looks like he's going to be kicking from the left center hash. So all set. And he's approaching the kick, and the ball's away, and it's in the air, and there's going to be a fair catch and caught at around the 6-yard line. So with the fair catch, that should bring the ball out to about the 25 if the rules are, the same as the FBS, and I believe it is. So, Princeton is coming out, and it looks like Cologne is going to be starting. And, we went over his numbers earlier in our pregame, so we're ahead of the game there. So looks like he has his running back to his left in the shotgun formation. And just waiting to see which hash mark they're in the left hash mark. They're in a 2-by-2 set, wing to the left. And running back bounces out to the outside. And he's brought down. Looks like a pickup of about 4 yards. So it's going to be a second down. Princeton is in a up-tempo offense, and they're lining back up. They're going to be on the right hash mark. Running back again will be to the left, and they're going to be in a 3-by-1 bunch to the field side. Running back to the left, motion across, and orbiting him back around, and it's a swing pass to out in the flat, and a defender broke off the block and made a tackle for a 2-yard gain. So good job by Columbia there of fighting the block and making the tackle. So it's going to be a 3rd and 4 on the next snap. So Columbia is lining up. Princeton is lined up in an empty set. They're lined up in a 2-by-3 on the left hash mark, 3 to the field side. Columbia is showing a 3-down lineman set, and they're showing 2 high. So just want to see if they're going to roll into cover 2, playing the sticks, or they're going to play any type of quarter. So There's a deep pass down the seam, and Cologne overthrew his receiver who was open. He was running the seam. So there you have it. Princeton got the Bengals colors. I don't like their chances. Okay, well, I hear you, bro. I hear you, bro. So right now it's 3-and-out. So Princeton is going to be punting. So advantage to Columbia right there. Score update looks like South Florida is up over Charlotte. South Florida is ranked in my top 25, so that's kind of what I was expected. Left hash mark and waiting for the snap. Ball is snapped. Ball is away. Deep punt, and looks like it was fair caught around the 31-32 yard line. So that's where Columbia will be taking over around their 31-32 yard line. Looks like the ball will be on their right hash mark. So it'll be 13:40 on the plate on the game clock on the next snap. And here comes Columbia. Chase Godwin's coming out, 6'2", 215 pounds. It's 45% completion rate, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. They're in a 3-by-2. Run to the running back, right up the middle, inside zone. And a tackle there for about a 2-yard gain. So it's going to be about 2nd and 8 for Columbia there. So let's see. And they'll be on their right hash mark. It's 13:20 and counting. And they're in a 2-by-2 set back to the right. And there it is, back out into the flat, and he dropped the pass. So it's an incomplete pass, and it's going to be a 3rd, and they gave him 1 yard before. So it's 3rd and 9, 3rd and 9. So 13:10 on the clock. Clock is stopped right now. About 25 seconds on the play clock and counting. Running back is to the left of the quarterback. They're again in a 2-by-2 extended on the field side. Motion right to left, right to the wing set, and ball is snapped. And there's movement and an open man right in the middle of the field over the 50 to about the 46-yard line of Princeton. Good completion, good pickup, good read by the quarterback. Rolled to his left and took advantage of the zone opening, sat down right in the middle of the zone, and made the catch and made the play. So it's a first down for Columbia there. Good play by Columbia. They're on the left hash mark, 1-by-3 motion from the right to the right wing. Inside zone, bounce to the outside by the running back, and a pickup of about 6 yards on the play, 6, maybe 7 yards. So this is very good movement by Columbia, and Princeton needs to do a better job of making the adjustments and coming up to make the plays on the tackle. So a really good job. So he got 7 yards on that play. So it's 2nd and 3, 12:05 left on the clock. He's on the left center hash. They're in a 2-by-2 motion left to right, inside zone, and pickup of about another 7, maybe 8 yards on the play by Columbia. So Princeton is saying they have the football, but the referees are not giving them the football. They're saying he was down. So there you have it. And it's going to be another first down by Columbia. They're meticulously driving right down the field and taking advantage of the Princeton defense, which isn't actually as stout as their offense. So, and they're on the left hash, 2-by-2, motion left to right. Now in the 1-by-3, running back to the right, and roll the quarterback to the right off a play action. Hit the tight end in the flat. Looks like there's a pickup of about 3 yards on the play. So that's going to come out to be about a 2nd and 7 on the play. 11:05 on the clock and counting. So good play, good job by Columbia. By Princeton. That does look like it would have been a fumble, but I don't think they have a review. So it's going to be a 2nd and 7 on the right hash mark. They're in a 1-by-3 set, running back to the left, and they're running play action. Balls up, and what a catch! What a catch by number 10 of Columbia. There was a fade down the right sideline. Ball was put up, and he fought his way back and made the catch, overtaking the defender, coming back in front of the defender and making the catch there. So great job there by him with that catch, and it looks like it puts the ball down to around about the 8-yard line of Princeton. So they're in a goal-to-goal situation right now for Columbia. So they're doing a great job in moving this down into the area. They gave him to the 9-yard line. So right hash mark, 3-by-1 set, running back to the right, checking out, motion in the receiver, cross left to right. Now they're 2-by-2. The ball is snapped, and quarterback is rolling to his left, and there's the pass, and incomplete, out of bounds. Good effort of trying to get the ball into the left corner of the end zone, but it went out of bounds, incomplete. Flag on the play. So let's see what this flag is. It's 9:49 on the clock. You have holding against the offense, so that's going to move him back 10 yards, and that will make it a 1st and goal from the 19. So 1st and goal. Looks like it was on number 66 of Columbia. And Princeton's head coach is out on the field. Is it a timeout? Injury on the play. So Princeton defender is down. So he's being attended to by the Princeton medical staff. So, but again, this has been a good drive by Columbia, man. They're mixing it up with the run, with the pass. Great pass down the right sideline to make that catch by the wide receiver and set them up for a goal-to-goal. Now the penalty moves them back, but they're pretty much been able to do whatever they wanted to do. So how does Princeton adjust to this? Do they bring some pressure to speed up the quarterback? Because he really isn't overly accurate. So, and for Columbia, do you still set up? Do you run? Because you have been, the last couple of runs, you've been getting about 7 yards. 2 runs, if you're at the 19, that'll put you at about the 5-yard line. So that will make it easier. So, so there we go. They're on the right hash mark. 1-by-3, running back to the right, motion left to right into the left wing for the tight end, bouncing back out, and swing screen to slot receiver. And it looks like he picked up about a good 5-6 yards there. So again, there you go. Simple things. You don't want to get the chunk yards. You just want to get something simple, make it a little bit more manageable for you. So looks it's going to be 2nd and goal, and probably around the 14, 15-yard line. And Columbia is going to be lined up at, where we are lined up at? It looks like they're in the middle of the field, 2-by-2, motion across. They did a zone read, bounced it to the outside, and there's a 2-yard loss, so he's down to the 16. So it's going to be a 3rd and goal from the 16. So for Princeton, even though they moved them down, this is what you want. You want to try and get it set to, if anything, they get a field goal attempt. So that's what you're doing. You're playing properly. You also do not want to let them get close to the goal line where they possibly say, we're going to go for it. And even if we get stopped, our defense forced them in 3 and out. So they're on the right hash mark. They're in a 2-by-2, tight end in line to the right. And there's the attack into the flat and pass the running back in the flat. And it looks like he was down to around the 11-yard line. So it's going to be a 4th and goal from the 11. So yes, you're going to kick the field goal, and it'll be a field goal kick from the right hash mark. Now in college football, the hashes are a little bit wider than the NFL, so the angle comes into play. So they're not going to snap it directly onto the hash. It looks like they're taking a few, about another foot inside, just to change the angle. So here's the snap. Here's the kick, and the field goal is good. So Columbia takes the early lead on Princeton, and they go up 3-0 over the Tigers. So good drive, like I said, for Columbia to move it down the field and to get the early points. So they got the early stop, so that's to their benefit there. So good job again for Columbia. So let's take a look at that drive to, do they have, they don't have all the information up. So just have to go from there. Let me see if I can pull it up off of, yeah, none of these websites are actually giving me the live stats. So unfortunately, I can't give that. I have to rely on the broadcast. So excuse me. In other games being played, you have Brown leading Rhode Island 14-7, the end of the first quarter. You have South Florida leading Charlotte 16-0 in the first quarter, 3:58 left in the first quarter. Delaware leading Western Kentucky. That's a good one. Delaware is 3-1. Did not realize that. It's 10:58, so it just started in the second quarter. Later on tonight, you'll have New Mexico traveling to San Jose State, and then you'll have Colorado State traveling to San Diego State, and you'll also have West Virginia taking on BYU. So I'll be tapped into those games just to follow along because I'm a college football junkie. So there you have it. So, but there we have it. Good job, like I said, by Columbia. Moving down the field, good advantage. That also builds up confidence in them. Again, they're on the road. So for them to move down the field and get that early score, that gets you excited on the sideline. That gets your coaches excited. And they're looking at what happened, what went well, what did not go well. Are we able to do this? What did the defense do in that last series when we were in this formation and we did this? So, and conversely, the same thing for Princeton. What went well? What didn't go well? What do we need to do to adjust going from there? So, here we have it. Coming back to the TV broadcast. Poppy, I'm sorry, is in the second year, 8-4 overall over the 2 years. So good winning percentage. All right, ball is lined up, left center hash, same formation, and the ball is away. And this one is deep into the end zone. Looks like it's out of the back of the end zone, so that's going to be a touchback. And Princeton will come out to about their 25-yard line from there. So Princeton, because you did go 3 and out, what do you do offensively to get into some type of a rhythm? So, head coach Bob Race, 15 years at Princeton, 82-60. So, and again, like I said, he's won several championships. So, a winning coach there at Princeton University. So, all right, they're on the right hash mark, 2x2, wing to the left, running back to the right. And looks like they're going with outside zone. There's a run right up the middle, and looks like he picks up about 8 yards. Good run right there. Looks like that was the other Cologne. And good job cutting back and attacking the backside seal. And there was the alley there that he attacked and was able to pick up the 8 yards. They gave him 9 yards, so it's 2nd and 1 there. So good job. 2x2, motion across, right hash mark. Looks like it's going to be an inside zone, and it looks like he picked up about 2 yards. So get the first down and get a new set of downs going forward. Princeton is lining up, and they're going to be on the right hash mark again. So now you have Blaine Hippa in at quarterback instead of Cologne. So different look here. There's a play action, and Hippa is left-handed. There's a pat. Oh, he was open, should have had it, and it would have been a first down. But he dropped the pass there. So what's up, Anthony? Thanks for tapping in. So you must be from the Midwest or West Coast, bro. Actually, I'm in New Jersey. I'm a Jersey boy. So just the way I was raised, I'm also a military brat. So they're lined up on the right hash mark, 3x1, wing to the left. And there's an inside run, and there's a run pickup swinging around. And it looks like he's going to pick up of about 3, maybe 4 yards. Let's see where they give him. And yes, they're going to be about 4 yards. So it should be 3rd down and 6. Yeah. So Princeton has to convert here. They're on the left hash mark at about the 39.5 yard line. Empty set 2 by 3, 3 to the field side. Columbia's in a 3 down set. And there's the run, and quarterback ran and picked up about a yard and a half, 2 yards on the play. So that's going to be a 4th down set. So good job by Columbia, dropping 8 in coverage, and he had nowhere to go. They also had a spy watching him. So when he took off running, instantly came downhill and made the tackle. So it's going to be a 4th and about 5. No, they said they only gained 1 yard. So they even play like the Bengals. So right now it's going to be punt from about the 41-yard line in the middle of the field, right in the center. And Columbia's playing punt safe, and the punt is away. And it's down to about out of bounds at about the 11-yard line. So it'll be 5:21 on the clock in the first quarter, and Columbia is going to be taking over again. So it's going to be a longer drive this drive. So there we go. Anthony said, "I'm from the South, Mississippi. We can't communicate properly." Yes, you can, man. Stop it. So. And I have family down south. Trust and believe. I do. I have family in Alabama and Mississippi. I believe it's in Mississippi, Georgia. And a larger part of my family's in Georgia. So I understand, Anthony. So, and you know what? As long as you say what you say, take your time. I can understand almost anybody. So, so there you have it. So, but again, like I said, and my communication skills come from my parents. So, like I said, military brat and a West Indian mother and they were very strict on the way you communicate. So, and we have a TV timeout right now. So let me give another update on the games. No change in Brown, Rhode Island. UCF Charlotte, Delaware now kicked the field goal, so they're up 10-3 over Western Kentucky. So, and Anthony, you said you're from Mississippi, so I guess you root for teams down there. What's your team down there in Mississippi? So, I hope that means Mississippi MS, and if not, I do apologize. So, I grew up cussing. Well. First of all, I'm on a stream, so I try to carry myself. I'm also a football coach. So as far as cussing, trust and believe. My brothers will tell you. My brother NYG will tell you. I get grimy just like anyone else. So, and Ole Miss. So more power to you. So you guys have a good team. So in my rankings, I have them ranked. So make sure you tap into my rankings on Coach Ed. I do a release every week, so you'll see where they could end up, or could they drop out? We don't know. We'll see. So, all right, we're coming back to action to the game. So right now it's on the left hash mark, 3-by-1, double wings, motion left to right, running back to the right. There's the snap and pass out into the hook zone, and a pickup of about 5 yards there. So, Bob Serace played at Princeton. So he was all Ivy in 1989. So here we go. I got Princeton on the parlay. Hope they pull it out. So, as a Jersey boy, I'm hoping they make it out too. So they're on the right hash right now. Motion across out of a 2-by-2 set. They're now there's a pass to a receiver who's wide open on the left hash mark to about the 32-yard line. So Princeton's defense is giving a lot of openings, especially on the outside. So Columbia is attacking them there. They're layering. They have something short and they have something over the top. So Princeton has to do a better job of adjusting to that. So, but again, Columbia's moved out. They're in a comfortable area on the left hash mark. They're in a 2-by-2 set. There's the snap, and looks like the running back spinning, broke a couple of tackles, and looks like he picked up 3 yards. I think the center snapped the ball early because the rest of the offensive line did not move. So um, I don't know if that was a trick to try and catch Princeton, or there was just a quick snap by the center. So pickup of three, 2nd and 7, 3:55 on the clock, 20 on the play clock. They're on the right center hash. Looks like they're 2-by-2. There's a play action, tight end in the flat, and it looks like he picked up about another, what, 5, 6 yards. So this Princeton defense there's a lot of openings in this zone here. They need to do a better job. So it looks like it's a 3rd and 1. Columbia made their adjustments, so Princeton is making their adjustment. And they brought the big boys in. So let's go. Big smash mouth football. Looks like it's on the left. It's on the left hash. Yeah, it's on the left hash. They're in a 1-by-3 quarterback run, and spun off of a tackle because they initially had him stopped at the line of scrimmage. He spun to his right, and he picked up a 1st down. So there you have it. So I appreciate your service. I got discharged. Wish I could go back. So okay. Well, I wasn't in the service. I said my parents were in the service, if that's what you mean. So all right. So Columbia's on the left center hash, motion into a 2-by-2 set, running back to the left. There, that looked like a hold there. So quarterback rolled, and there's another open man on the second level. Caught it, and he gained about another 15 yards or so, and he's down to about it looks like he was around the 23-yard line, but there's a flag on the play. So let's see what the flag is. Personal foul, roughing the passer, and they say targeting. So that could be an ejection, and it could be an ejection and additional yards on the play. So they're going to review it. So I thought it was a hold there on the right defensive end, and yeah, it was a late hit. I got to go back and see the helmet. So if he led with his helmet, so kind of looks like he led with his chest. So I want to see there. But again, if it's a targeting, he'll be out of the game, and that'll add on penalty. Yeah, you're gonna say he led with his helmet. They're gonna say he led with his helmet. So got the helmet, looks like right up under the face mask of the quarterback. So let's see this angle here. It's going to be hard to see because it's from the end zone. It does look like he did lead with his head, so I need to see better from the sideline. So looks like we're going to be getting an ejection, and that's going to be tough for Princeton because you're also adding on yards. Here's the other thing: you're allowing Columbia to move down the field. You had them pinned deep in there at their 11-yard line, but you're letting this quarterback, who actually is a 45% accuracy rate, move down the field. Move this offense down the field. It's not looking good for Princeton right now. So what do you have to do to adjust? What's up, my brother, Man Cave? So another great content creator. We both do a great job. What's good, Coach? Smash that like button. Let's go. How you going to root for New York and you still Jersey? No, I know you started in New York and you got there. We got. Nah, I gotta love you. I know, bro. I know. So being not that far at times from Princeton. Roughly what 30 minutes or so. So you know exactly what it is. So still under review right now in terms of the targeting. Just a quick update. Rhode Island has tied Brown 14-14. UCF is now up 23-0 over Charlotte, and Delaware still is up 10-3 over Western Kentucky. So I think they're having a hard time determining if it's a targeting. So, and Luka Doncic is not playing tonight. Okay. Yes, I can't tell his head turned to the left. The quarterback's head turned to the left. The call is confirmed, it looks like. So if the call is confirmed, that means the player will be ejected. And it's probably gonna be half the distance to the goal line. I don't think they give the or is it confirmed? It's still saying review. I thought they just typed on the screen confirmed. So we're still waiting to see. And for those of you wondering, because I can't play the actual sound, otherwise my stream will get shut down. So that's why it's hard for me to know exactly what they're talking about. I really wish I could hear what they're saying and how the conversation is going. So, but when we come back to action, it'll be 2:21 on the game clock in the first quarter. Columbia, as we see, is up 3-0 over Princeton. So, and again, Columbia is doing a good job here right now, moving down the field, starting at their 11-yard line. The big play was that big pass in the corner route into the left to a wide receiver who's wide open right there by the sideline. Excuse me. Like I said, Princeton's zone. Columbia's doing a good job of attacking them. They're getting right behind the linebackers and in front of the safeties, and there's plenty of openings there. Excuse me. So here's the one I'm looking for. Yeah, it does look like he led with his head. He did get the quarterback right up under his chin at the bottom of the face mask into the chin area. So I mean, it does look like it. I mean, they have the advantage. Here we go. I'm just going to wait for his hand signals to tell you. So it's personal foul roughing the quarterback. So it looks like it's no, or is it an ejection? Well, I know they said personal foul roughing the quarterback. So it doesn't say he was ejected. It might have been just the What's up, AK? How you feeling, brother? Thanks for tapping in, man. Perfect hit. Yeah, there's the snap on the right hash. Quarterback run. Cuts back to the outside and it cuts back to the middle of the field and looks like he's brought down at about the 2-yard line. So there you go. There you have it. Good run, good quarterback lead, and great job by the Columbia offensive line, man, opening up the alleys for this quarterback. So there you have it. 1:40 on the clock. Looks like it's about the 3-yard line, 2x2, orbit around to the left, and quarterback run, and looks like he's down to about the 2. Is he a 2 or yeah, he's about down to the 2. So pickup of about 1 yard there. So the way this game has been going right now, early, if Columbia can get this ball in, that's setting up 2 drives, and you get points off of your 2 drives. So, and it's not looking good for Princeton, not being able to really move the football, missed opportunities, drop passes. All right, so they're lining back up. They're on the right hash mark, 1x3, wing to the right, motion them across to the left, sprint to the left for the quarterback. There's the pass to a wide receiver, and looks like he picked it up. And where's he down at about is it the 1.5? So it's going to be a 3rd down. Now, Princeton, you want to come away with another, forcing them to kick the field goal. Goodwin, 10 of 11, 108 yards. So there is no defense by Princeton. They're allowing them to move. So they're at the 2-yard line, 2x2, inline tight end to the right, wing to the right, running back to the right, motion left to right, inside run by the running back, and there's the touchdown. Ran a simple inside zone, and there's the touchdown. So now Columbia is up temporarily 9-0. So again, like I said, it's not looking good for Princeton the way this defense is playing. You're going to need your offense to really step up. And that could also be another factor why Columbia is playing like this, because of concerns that If their offense gets going, they can easily put up points. So if you are Princeton, that's how you're thinking it. Look, guys, we got to step up offensively. So right now they're in a double swing the gate, closing the gate, lining up for the extra point. There's the snap, and the point is good. And there you have it. So it is now 10-0, Columbia over Princeton. So, but again, like I was saying, for Princeton offensively, you're thinking, look, we can get points. You know, we got to do what we're supposed to do, but we got to do a better job. Now, on the other side, you need your defense to step up. The defense has to get stops. Yeah, they're dog walking them. I agree with you, man. They're putting them on skates, and they're making clean lanes for the backs as well as giving the quarterback time. Like I said, coming in pregame, we talked about the Columbia quarterback. He's a 45% in the first 2 games, and right now he's missed 1 pass. He's missed 1 pass, so it's not looking good to change it to box score on ESPN tab. All right, okay. Let me see. What do you mean? Yeah, I don't have box scores. They don't have that. They just have the game cast in. Let me see. Let me refresh. Maybe that's what I got to do. Okay, there we have it. Thank you, Kay. Appreciate you. So yeah, here we go. All right, so here's the stats right now. You have Goodwin of 10 of 11, 108 yards. Both quarterbacks for Princeton, 0 for 2. Columbia is 34 yards rushing overall, while Princeton has 22. So, and then you have Ethan Hebb, 2 receptions, 45 yards. Titus Evans, 3 for 39. So there you have it in terms of the offensive input. There's no defensive input. So, and overall team stats. So, like looking at this too, look at this. Columbia, 8 first downs to Princeton's 1. They're 3 for 4 on third down efficiency. Princeton is playing a terrible job defensively. Columbia, 142 yards of total offense to 22 for Princeton. And penalties, each has 1. Princeton, the big one, the 15-yarders. And time of possession, pretty much Columbia has 11 minutes while Princeton is 3.5 minutes. So Princeton definitely needs to do something this drive offensively, man. They definitely need to step up and get going first of all, and then get points on the board. Even if you get down and get a 3 points, you know that just changes the whole dynamics of everything in this game. So hopefully Princeton will be able to move this football and get downfield. So they're coming back out, lining back up they're on the left center hash again, same formation as when they first started the game. And kickers aligning, and the ball's away. Line drive, and looks like it's out of the end zone, so it's going to be another touchback there. So Princeton, what do you do right now? We got 14 seconds left in the first quarter when we on the next snap. So more than likely, my assumption is they're just going to run the ball right now to run out the clock and start fresh. They're on the right hash mark, 2x2, wing motion across to the right. There's going to be a fake toss to the running back out in the flat, and a pass in the flat, and a pickup of 2 yards right there. Good rally by Columbia there. And they're playing great coverage, man. Columbia's playing great coverage. They're making it difficult for Princeton to attack them downfield, and they're attacking anything underneath right there on that pass. And then again in the run game, they're very limited. So I mean, that was the first completion for Princeton all game. So that's going to end the first quarter. Again, Columbia is up 10-0 over Princeton in the Ivy League kickoff for both teams. So a little surprising for me. I did expect a better job from Princeton. I'm not going to lie to you. I really did. I was expecting them to, especially offensively, be a lot more efficient in how they played the game. I saw a little bit of the highlights from how they played Lafayette, and they were all over the place. Even their defense played fairly well. So, so I will never say that as a coach, Anthony. I can never say if they don't score, it's over with. It's only the second quarter. From my personal experience in coaching, and I've been coaching since 1981, so I've seen some crazy things on the field. So, but I also understand morale. I also understand the flow of the game. But again, anything can change. It's still 10 points. It's a two-score game. You need Princeton to step up on both sides of the ball, offensively and defensively, because they're not getting anything. They're not stopping Columbia. Columbia has 2 drives, got 2 scores. Princeton, like I said, 24 yards of total offense in this game. So they really need to step up and do a better job. So, but it's not over with. I can never say that. Now, you were talking about it was maybe, and the way this game has been going, and Columbia, added another touchdown. I could honestly say, it's definitely going to be tough. I also live by it ain't over until the fat lady sings. So, but yeah, I know time of possession. It's a time of possession. This is more towards Columbia's game anyway. Columbia wants to eat up the clock, do whatever they can do offensively, and in a sense, keep it low scoring. I mean, they beat Georgetown last week, 19-10. So, they want to keep it as low as possible. Um, and for Princeton, they like a high scoring game. The issue right here is they're not doing anything on either side of the ball. It would be one thing if at least their offense was moving the football, but and that's really what it is. You want to get if you're Princeton, you want to get into a rhythm. Offensively, you want to get the ball moving and you want to get going. And you don't want to start to lose more and more morale. What's up, Nick, man? Thanks for tapping in, man. I really appreciate you. So I won't be able to catch the halftime coach adjustment show. Oh, well, hey, enjoy your time, bro. I appreciate you. So you can always watch it on the replay. So don't forget, you could just come back later and click in. So we're coming back to action. Princeton is on the right hash mark, 3-by-1 to the field, inline tight end to the left, running back to the left, motion him out, bringing him back, and fake to the running back, quarterback with the run, and looks like he picked up about 4, maybe 5 yards there. So a little bit of something, trying to get the eye candy moving, seeing what Columbia does, but they look like they were fundamentally sound. Okay, they're on the right hash mark, 3rd and 4, and they're in a 3-by-1, running back to the right. Columbia showing a 2 high with the 3 down linemen. And there's the snap, quarterback lead, and breaks a tackle, and looks like he picked up about 6 yards, so that's going to be a first down for Princeton there. So, all right. So, what's up, Bruce? Thanks for tapping in, man. I really appreciate you. Yeah, I'm adding it to my watch later so I can catch back up later. Okay, no problem. And they're on the right hash mark. There's a handle and outside zone cutback, and it looks like a pickup of about 4 yards by the running back. So Princeton is going to have a second down, 13-50 and counting. So it looks like they're going to be on the right center hash. They're in a 1-by-3, and it's going to be quarterback power to the outside, jumped over the defender, and good job there. Good pickup there. And looks like picked up about 5, and it's going to be another first down. This is what I mean. You want to try and get something going. Good job, good blocks. Defender has to do a better job of keeping his eyes up and not dipping his head on the tackle. On the right hash, 2-by-2, wing to the left, motion across, and an inside run to the running back there. And looks like a pickup of about 6 yards. So Princeton is starting to get into a rhythm. They're at the Columbia 45, so they're moving the ball. Like I said earlier, if you're Columbia, these are some of the things that, you have to be concerned with, because Princeton is a good offense. They're number 2 in the Ivy and number 15 in the FCS. right center hash, unbalanced set. So outside zone for the running back there, and he's going to be stopped for no gain there. So good job by Columbia there. So now this is going to be the critical situation, critical moment. Can Princeton get a first down on third down? So, all right. So 12-20 and counting. They're on the left center hash. 2-by-3 empty set. 3 down for Columbia. There's a pass right over the middle and incomplete. And there's a flag that was thrown late. Looks like it's going to be pass interference on the defense. I didn't see it. I'm not going to lie to you. So, but again, I can't. I might have just had a bad angle. So that would be a first down. So let's see right here. I don't know. From that angle, it looks like he was good. And I'm being honest and being fair. Yes, I want to see Princeton win, but okay, if that's what the referee saw, you just go with that. So 1st and 10, there's a handoff to the running back and the pickup. Now Princeton is using a lot of quick tempo and looks like they're getting into a good rhythm there. So, but again, this pass here wasn't tipped. So, like I said, all right. So 2nd and 5, the right center hash, quarterback power again. And looks like he picked up of about 4 yards on the play. And what's going on? They're stopping the clock, and they're saying he's saying he fumbled, and Columbia got the turnover. Wow, that's big right there. Was not expecting that there. So, they're going to have to review it. So, but let's see what happens here. But that's costly for Princeton. You have your movement. You were driving, and you cannot turn that ball over. At least get into field goal range. So he's carrying the ball loosely. I cannot see. Let's take a look here. I can't see. So if anything, you're going to stay. You're going to stay with the play. What's the word nowadays? They say call upheld. With the pile up there, I really couldn't see. So that's going to be that's great for Columbia. That's exactly what they need. But Princeton, that's costly. That's very costly. Because again, like I said, you're moving the football. You were getting into scoring range. At least get into field goal range. That's what you want to do. You want to get into field goal range and be able to at least get something on the board, because you get it down to a 1-score game, you get renewed energy. So, this can be very costly. And one of the things in this series has been talked about, the winner of the turnovers has a great advantage of winning this game. So right now, this will be Columbia up +1 in the turnover battle. So we're going to see what happens. So let's see. Let me get caught up in the chat here. DeAndre Primus finna go smack they coach personally. Okay, man. Coach Ed, I want to say I'm happy for you. The Giants won, even if hey, thank you. So we'll leave it there. So Coach, you and halftime are way better than those. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you. Thank you, Coach Ed. Keep it up. Thank you, Lupo. Make sure you guys hit the like button. So make sure you hit it for the Hardcore, the Aboriginal Sports Network, my channel. And if you're on Twitter, make sure you hit the like button there. So Sixers got spanked. Different game. So we'll see what the Knicks do. What's up, Pat? Thanks for tapping in, brother. Appreciate you, man. So still under review. The ruling on it is the fumble. So is the call upheld? It'll be 11:37 in the second quarter on the next snap. The call is confirmed, so it is a fumble. So that's very costly for Princeton, especially if it was confirmed. So big blow right there. So Vegas made that call. Thank you. So Columbia better better right now. All right, so Columbia has it on the right hash, 32-yard line, two empty set, sorry, with a wing to the right. There's a quarterback. There's a pass down the sideline, taking it over the top. He overthrew his receiver, who actually he stacked the cornerback, and he had inside leverage on the safety. So that play, if he connects, that's a big play right there. So, and like I said, the Princeton defense, they just look so slow and flat-footed. They really can't do anything. Columbia's playing with great confidence right now. Right hash, 1-by-3, motion into a wing right, running back to the right. There's the handoff to the running back, and he lost leverage, and looks like it's a loss of about 2 yards. So good job by the defense there. Now the defense, this third down has been key in this whole game. It's been key. So Princeton, get them 3 and out. That's what you need right now. You need a 3 and out. You can't let them convert, especially on a 3rd and 12. Now, if I'm the coach, you're killing my zone. I'm bringing pressure. You have to bring pressure, but it looks like they're playing coverage. It looks like they're playing. Oh no, they are. They're bringing a 5th man. So right off the side, that's and underneath, and a good job by the defense. There you go. They brought a 5th man, which is what I said you needed to do. They played the robber coverage underneath, and looks like he only picked up about 2 yards on the play. So there you go. I'm sorry, 1 yard. So they gave him 1 yard, 4th and 11. So now Columbia has to punt. So now the defense says to the offense, look, you just got your rhythm. We got you the ball back. Don't worry about the turnover. Let's go. Let's go. That's what you need to do. So right now, 4th and 11, 14-20. Ball is snapped. There's the punt. Nice high punt. And fair caught at about the 31-yard line by Princeton. So Princeton will have it on their left hash. So we'll see. So let's see. Let me get caught up. So Columbia's better right now. Points was too high. Told you you're not gonna let it go. No, the Princeton is not this league. 3-38, 8%. Okay, Nick. Don't know what that meant. So if you want to support the channel, click the link and become a member. Yeah, there you go. 3 and out. Okay, yeah, exactly. That's what they needed. So what's up, Arku? Thanks for tapping in, man. Really appreciate you. Again, I have all the information also in the description. You guys can tap in, like I've been saying, to the hardcore, the Aboriginal, as well as Coach Ed Sports. And if you're on Twitter, hit that like button. Make sure you go there to each of the networks there. They're also on Twitter. We're on all social media platforms. Sub up. Hey, it's free for you. I live by saying, if it's free, it's for me. So get notified and share all your social media platforms. Help the channels go. So just quick update, score update. Brown is now leading Rhode Island 21-14. South Florida is up on Charlotte 26-0. And Delaware leads Western Kentucky 17-10. And again, later on tonight, 10 o'clock, you have New Mexico traveling to San Jose State. New Mexico 3-1. I thought they would be with the bottom of the barrel, and the San Jose would be towards the top in the Mountain West. So that's a little surprising for me. Colorado State 1-3. San Diego State 3-1. Colorado State going to San Diego State. 10:30 kickoff. San Jose and New Mexico's on FS1. San Diego and Colorado State are on the CBS Sports Network. And then 10:30, you have West Virginia traveling to BYU on ESPN. So still plenty of college football left for today. So I'm surprised with San Jose State. Usually a Ken Neomatololo team, plays a lot better. I know, he had ups and downs, especially late at Navy. But last year he did well at San Jose State. So, do I think he'll rebound? Yes. All right, so when we come back to action, they're going to be on the left hash mark 10-13 on the snap. Running back to the left, motioning out, bringing him back to the right of the quarterback. And it's a 2-by-2. Wing was to the right. There's the pass into the flat, and he slipped and overthrew the running back. He took too long looking down the field. I mean, the running back was open earlier. Could have got it to him a little bit earlier. He's trying to go deep, but you got to make your reads and follow through quickly. His progression is not a good job. So still on the left hash mark, 10:06, running back into the right flat. There's an opening right in with the comeback. I'm sorry, Ryan. He ran the curl, not a comeback. It looks like it's going to be a 9-yard pickup, so it should be a 3rd and 1, and it should be on the right hash mark. And I know they marked 2nd, and it's 3rd and 1. Double wings on the right hash mark, running back to the left. Trade with the running back to the right. Basic inside zone. There it is, and looks like he's going to be. Is he short? Did they give it to him? Looks like they gave it to him. So it should be a 1st down, a 1st and 10 at the Columbia 39-yard line. So, like I said, I'm sorry, they're at the Princeton 41-yard line. My apologies. Still on the right hash mark, double wings, play action inside. There's I don't know what he was looking at. That's an interception. Another turnover by the offense there. So, that was a bad pass. I saw it. I saw the defender. He had a sideline as well as the curl right there, and he threw it to the curl, and the defender was sitting right there. He also threw it a little bit too far inside, and the defender just came right back. You had to read that. You had the cornerback over the top, and the defender played him. He made it seem like he was shooting to the flat, but he came right back to the curl and took that pass away. So terrible job by that quarterback. He's not reading the field very well. He's trying to hit the home run, and then the short stuff, he's just not connecting. So right now, Columbia is on the 46-yard line of Princeton. Pass out to the left flats, and looks like it's a pickup of about 3 yards there for Columbia. So 2nd and 7, they're on the left hash mark. So good job by Columbia defense. And you can tell that they're really excited. Their offense is excited. They're ready to go. And Princeton just seems a little lethargic. So they're in a 1-by-3, motion running back from the left to the right. So they're in a 1-by-4. Princeton is showing blitz, and they're dropping into coverage. Pass out into the – there is nobody there. Where is the defense? I mean, Coach Cerise, where is your defense? I'm telling you, I've been following Princeton for years, and this is the worst defense, one of the worst defense I've been watching all year. I'm not going to talk about the other one, but they're very similar. There is no defense. So 1st and 10 by Columbia. Good movement. They're on the 35-yard line of Princeton. They're in a 1-by-3, fake the handoff, running back open into the flat, and a pickup there of about 2 yards. Good job. There was a flat defender who came up and kept him short of the stick. So short of gaining extra yards or moving it possibly to the stick. So 2nd and 8. And looks like they're going to be on the left hash mark. 7:15 on the clock, 1-by-3, fake the hand, and give to the running back, and a pickup of about 2 more yards. So it's going to be a 3rd and 6. And Columbia has been executing and hitting the 3rd downs all game. So can Princeton get off the field right now? That's going to be key. Can they get off the field? 3rd and 6 at a 31-yard line. There's a handoff to the running back and down. Good job with the blitz. Linebacker filled and brought him down, tripped him up, and he went down at, it looks like, around the line of scrimmage. So it's going to be a 4th and 6. Now, is Columbia going to kick a field goal? Is this within their field goal kicker's range? Because it would be about a 48, 49-yard field goal. So Columbia is going for it. So there we have it. Columbia is lining up. They looks like they're in a 1-by-3 bunch to the right, middle of the field, running back to the left. Brought the tight end in on the wing, and there's the pass into the flat and intercepted by Princeton. So there you have it. Good job by the defense. So went and took the football away from the offensive player. This is what you needed. This is what you wanted. So good job. Still down 2-1 in the turnovers, but that's what you needed. And you got a turnover on down. So again, this defense is saying, don't worry, offense. You turn it over, we're going to get the ball back for you, whether it's a turnover on downs, force a punt, or getting a turnover ourselves. So there you have it. So let's get a quick update on the stats here. Good win. After that hot start, 14 of 17. So he's pretty much 3 of 6 since then. Cologne and Hippa are 1 completion of each, so they're 2 of 6, 11 yards, 1 interception apiece. Bullock, overall, Columbia has 34 yards rushing. Princeton is up to 59 yards. So again, they're starting a little bit to move. They have about 70 yards of offense. Still, Columbia is dominating. You have Evans with 50 yards receiving, Heb at 45. So, Princeton is starting to get a little feel. Offensively, they're moving. Defensively, they're starting to get stops. So that's what you need. Turnovers, they closed it. Columbia has had 1 first down since they jumped out to the 8-1, and Princeton has gotten 4. So it's 9-5. Third down is closing. They're both 50%. 3 of 6 for Columbia, 2 of 4 for Princeton, 0 for 1 on the 4th down. Now Columbia still leading, 156 to 170 in total offensive yards. 2 for 15 in penalties, 1 for 15 for Princeton, and time of possession is settled in about a little over 15 minutes for Columbia and about under 9 minutes for Princeton. So again, the momentum, it can slowly change. Columbia jumped out to 2 scores in the first 2 drives, but nothing in the last 2. So with the turnover, but the key is Princeton. Now you got to move the ball. Now you have to go score. You've been moving the football. So now you have to capitalize. You want to get set, especially getting, as you get closer to halftime. You want to at least get something, and you don't want to go into halftime with a goose egg. You want to go in at least something. So there's the handoff and a good run by Kai there, and looks like a pickup of about 12 yards. So good job. Princeton is getting into a nice rhythm. So again, good job, good movement. Just don't make those mistakes. So on the right hash, there's the handoff. There's the play action. There's the pass and drop pass by the receiver there. So you still gotta make those catches, man. When they come to you, you gotta want that football. You have to want that football. Okay, it looks like it was tipped a little bit and a little bit too wide for him. So left hash, 2-by-2, wing to the left, running back to the left. There's the handoff to the running back, and it looks like a pickup of about 1 yard. Good job by Columbia now. So they're stepping up. So it's a 3rd and 9. 3rd and 9. One thing I'm noticing, Princeton, first down passes, they're not connecting. So maybe you want to stick to on first down until you really get a better rhythm. Try and run and get 3, 4, 5 yards as you can. 1-by-3, middle of the field, running back to the left. Columbia is showing coverage right now. So there's the snap. They're bringing 3. There's the pass over the middle. And there's the catch. What a catch by the Princeton receiver, and down to about the 5-yard line. He snatched that away from the defender who thought it was going to be an interception and caught the ball and continued all the way down to the Columbia 5-yard line. This is what I was talking about. Great movement, good pass, Good read and a receiver attacking the football. There's the handoff inside zone, no gain for the running back. Quarterback has to read that. He might have been able to take that. He might have been able to take that pass. So, but hey, you're still in field goal range. Don't do anything stupid. At least get 3 points. Again, get it down to one score. All right, so they're at about the 6-yard line, and looks like it's on balance. There's a play action, and there's the pass, and looks like it was deflected into the right corner by the defensive back, and it's going to be a 3rd down from the 6-yard line for Princeton. So it's going to be 3:52 on the game clock on the next snap. So there you have it, and defender missed the ball. I'm sorry, the receiver missed the ball. He should have caught that. That should have been a touchdown. So, yes, he had pressure from the defensive back. So it's a 1-by-3 in line to the left, on the left hash, running back to the left. There's the snap. And there he goes. And he's running, and he's down at about the 2-yard line. So does Coach Race take the points? Or does he gamble and say, I want the touchdown? I want to send a message to this team. So right now, take the points. You got to take the points. You want to get something on the board. So, he's going for it. He's going for it. So here you go. This is going to be big. 2-by-2, double wings, close packed. Running back to the right on the left hash. There's the snap. Right over them, and the receiver dropped the ball. He dropped the ball. Now, it was a little bit behind him, but he should have caught that pass. That should have been 7. Again, these receivers are not helping this quarterback out except for that one big play there. So, turnover on downs. Good job by Princeton in getting down to the 2-yard line, and it was there. It was there. And now, quarterback could have maybe led him a little bit more inside. He did have to reach across his body, but he should have caught that pass. So, tough one job right there. Quarterback right now is not doing a good job in terms of his accuracy. Let me see right now. Yeah, Cologne is 2 of 8 for 60 yards, and if it wasn't for that big pass, it would be worse than that. So he needs to do a better job. So, but again, they moved down the field, 62 yards in passing, 75 in rushing. So they are starting to make some plays there offensively. They just have to capitalize offensively. That's what, 137 yards right there, and to 156, if my math is right off the top of my head. So let me just double check that. 137, yeah. So I think I said 157. So they're closing the win. They're moving the ball. Look at that. 9 first downs and 7 first downs. But that touchdown opportunity. So, and hindsight is 2020. He should have kicked the field goal. So there you have it. So but again, everyone, thank you all for tapping in. I really appreciate you all. For those of you watching from YouTube, make sure you hit the like button on the Aboriginal Sports Network, the Hardcore Sports Network, Coach Ed Sports. All the information is in the description. If you're on Twitter, make sure you hit the like button on there on Twitter. Also, tap into the Aboriginal Sports Network and the Hardcore Sports Network. Hit the like button. Subscribe to those networks. There's a lot of great content creators there. Got everything that you're looking for covered. So, but here we go. We're coming back to action. This was from last year. Columbia, winning the conference, being at the New York Stock Exchange, all the benefits there. So 3:06 in the second quarter on the next snap. So Columbia has the ball. And just waiting to see what happens on the next snap. All right, right hash, double wings, tight set. Running back to the right. Quarterback is making an adjustment. 10 seconds on the play clock. And here's the snap. Looks like it's inside zone. And good movement, good pickup there, roughly about 5, 6 yards on the play. So it should be about a 2nd and 5, 2nd and 4 on the next snap. We're headed down to the 2-minute timeout a little bit. All right, 2nd and 5. And they're on the right hash, same formation, except the running back is now to the left, right hash mark. Princeton is showing a 4-down set. And there's a handoff inside. And running back is going to be a yard set. If he kept his feet, he was going to pick up the first down. Um, Defensive line are on skate, and I do not see linebackers filling the lanes. Um, all right, so upcoming Ivy, Cornell and Harvard, Columbia. Upcut on ESPNU. So next week, Cornell and Harvard. And Harvard has multiple games there. Right hash, same formation, running back to the left, 3rd and 1. And they're down to the 2-minute timeout. So there you have it. So Columbia's up 10-0 over Princeton. Low scoring game. So this benefits Columbia. Like I said, Princeton likes a high scoring action. Columbia, they like it low scoring. So there you have it. Again, like I said, to their benefit. So, and didn't know this. So, one of condolences to one of the Princeton players. So, so let me give a quick update on the overall stats. All right, like I said, Godwin is 14-17, 122, 1 touchdown. Kai Cologne, 2 of 8, 60 yards, Goodwin has 1 interception, not a touchdown. Kai Cologne, 2 of 8, 60 yards, 1 interception. Blaine Hippo, 1 of 2, 2 yards. Overall, 3 of 10 for 62 yards. Cologne is not doing a good job today playing quarterback. Columbia has 43 yards rushing. High is Bullock and Eshelman. Both have 13 yards. For Princeton, they have 75 yards total. Murphy has 27. Hippa has 22. Bullock also has the lone touchdown in the game for Columbia. In terms of receiving, Evans leads Columbia, 5 receptions, 50 yards. Hebb has 2 receptions, 45 yards. And for Princeton, Paul Cooner, that big reception, 1 reception, 51 yards, and leading to the 62 yards overall. So, and let's take a look here at the overall team stats there. In terms of first downs, all right, Columbia leads 9-7 in first downs. Both are 3 of 6 on third down. Both are 0 for 1 in fourth down. 165 total yards for Columbia, 137 for Princeton. So they've closed the gap from the early total domination. Penalties are the same, both 15 yards in total penalties. Time of possession, a little bit over 15 minutes for Columbia, and 11 and a half for Princeton. So when we come back to action, Columbia is lined up and they're ready to go. They're on the right hash mark. It's going to be a 3rd and 1. Looks like it's going to be inline tight on the right hash, inline tight end to the left, wing to the left, running back to the left, motion across, inside run, and looks like a pickup of about 2 yards for Columbia. So that's going to get them a first down. Clock stops while they move the chains. And play clock is moving. Game clock now is moving. Columbia is now lining up. They just want to eat the clock up and go into halftime with the lead. You get the ball again coming out of halftime. So there's the handoff to the running back. Broke a couple of tackles and looks like he picked about 7 yards on the play. They initially had him stopped right at the line of scrimmage, but he bounced off and he got a pickup there of about 7 yards. There's the flag on the play, so clock stop, 137. We have a holding on the offense, so that's going to move him back. It probably is going to be half the distance. So if it goes to half the distance, what do you move it to? About 5 yards back, 6 yards back. So for Princeton, that stops the clock and makes it a first and long. But for Columbia, both teams have all their timeouts, so it's a first and timeout. So it's first and 17, 3-by-1, right hash mark, motion into a left wing, running back to the right. There's a pass into the flat, and there's an interception by Princeton right at the half-yard line. Wow, what a pickoff there. Great position for Princeton right there. And they even in turnover ratio. So both teams have 2 turnovers. That was a great interception, deflected, and the defender dove, hit the ground. Otherwise, it would have been an easy pick 6, and it could have been a second week in a row. So here we go. Number 28 for Princeton, deflected it, dove, got the ball. Ooh, gotta review that. You gotta review that, because did that point in that ball hit the ball and hit the ground and bounce? Oh, they're giving it to him. And there's defense and defensive encroachment. Doesn't matter. You take that. You're moving it down to a half an inch from your half-yard line to a couple of inches. It's not really killing you there. So you at least see what they're trying to do. So but let me see this. Did he get that? I guess so. All right, so there's the ball. They're lined up, and the double tight ends, 2 in line to left and right. Got a wing to the left on the right, left hash mark, running back to the right. There's the handoff. And good job by Columbia to make the stop. I'm telling you right now, the quarterback has to take that ball. They're not playing him. He could have had a walk-in touchdown. This to me also is coaching. You got to tell these players, read that. That's a touchdown. 1 minute left on the clock. Ball at about the 1 yard line. And you got a tight end and a wing to the left. There's the quarterback with the run. And he's running, and there's the touchdown. They finally have the quarterback keep it, and there you go. What did I just say? So touchdown by Princeton on that play there. So eating with arrow. So right now it's still too early. I initially said Princeton, so I'm still standing by that. But again, still early. Princeton hasn't played well. There's a flag on the play. Personal foul against Columbia, and you're going to spot that on the kickoff. Oh, okay. Touchdown is good. Dead ball, personal foul. Oh, they marked it against Princeton. Okay, so the personal foul is against Princeton, so that's going to force them to move the ball back. It's 49 seconds left on the game clock. So so where's the personal foul? There's the touchdown. I don't know where the penalty was, so I couldn't see it. So if anybody saw it, put it in the chat. Let us know they're lined up for the extra point. Here's the kick, and now it is a new ball game, and Columbia leads now 10-7 over Princeton. So again, Princeton has had opportunities to move the ball. They got to clean up those mistakes. If they clean up those mistakes, they probably could, definitely be in the lead. I need Princeton. Yeah, they look horrible so far. They the last leg of my ticket. UCF first quarter 6 points. Okay, and just to give a quick update, again, like I said, it's 10-7 here. Brown is leading Rhode Island 21-14. UCF is up 26-7, and Delaware, Western Kentucky are still tied at 7. So, and then again, I spoke to you about the late games. We'll touch on that. So, this is what you need as far as Princeton. Again, because Columbia also gets the ball coming out of the second half. So you definitely wanted to go in with some points. and feel good and get into a rhythm on both sides of the ball. Defense, 2 turnovers. Um, they should have had a touchdown on that first one. Receiver on 4th down dropped it in the end zone. So ball's lined up on the left center hash. Kicker's approaching and the ball's away. He pops it up and ball's caught it around the 27. And there you go. And he stopped it around the 31-yard line. He's covering that ball up tightly. So making sure that there's no turnover. So there you have it. 44 seconds left on the game clock. Columbia has 3 timeouts. So they have the opportunity to at least move the ball down. And maybe if you can get a field goal, you get the ball coming out in the second half and more scoring opportunities. So this is what you want if you are Columbia. You played it well, not losing your timeouts. Also, remember, in college, under 2 minutes, when you get a first down, the clock automatically stops. So you have plenty of time to move the ball. So 5 seconds on the play clock, 3 by 1, and the ball is snapped, and the clock. Did they give them the timeout, or yeah, Columbia had to take a timeout. They took too long coming out of the yeah, Delaware is up 17-10 over Western Kentucky. So so that hurts right there. That hurts Columbia right there. You needed to get out there quickly and not have to burn that timeout after, a change of possession, you know. But let's see what you can do. And is your quarterback a little rattled after that last interception? So first play is going to tell me what Columbia is trying to do. If Columbia runs the ball, they're just trying to close it out and go into halftime with the 3-0 and not do anything crazy. So, yeah, Princeton also wants redemption. There's the play. There's the handoff and a pickup of 4 yards, just like I said. You know, Columbia is just trying to run the clock out. Yeah, you can go into halftime right now. So it's under the play clock. So it looks like they're going to the sideline and they're going to go to halftime. So this will be the halftime score, 10-7. Columbia up over the Princeton Tigers. So there you have it. Interesting game. This has been a game of momentums. Sloppy play for Princeton, especially to start. Columbia jumped out quickly and starting to slow down a little bit. And Princeton's defense is picking up last 2 series, 2 turnovers. So each team has 2 turnovers in this game. So, so it's like I said earlier, whoever wins this turnover battle usually wins the game. So I'm going to keep an eye on that going forward into the second half and see how that plays out. Remember, Columbia gets the ball coming out to start the second half. So Princeton, you want to stop them. You definitely don't want to get them, allow them to get going. So no change in any other scores. For those of you who came late, the late games, 10 o'clock, you have New Mexico traveling to San Jose State. You have Colorado State traveling to San Diego State, and West Virginia traveling out to BYU to play out in Utah. So those are your late games if you want to see some late scorings. I'm sorry, late college games. So again, Chase Cologne, excuse me a second. He's 14-18, 122, 2 costly interception. Kai Cologne, 2 of 8, 60 yards, 1 interception. Blaine Hippa, 1 of 2. So they had 62 yards of passing. Columbia has 47 yards of rushing. Princeton 76. You have Titus Evan, 5 receptions, 50 yards. Ethan Hebb, 2 for 45. And then Paul Kuhner, 1 big play for 1 reception for 51 yards. That put Princeton deep into the Columbia territory. Unfortunately, they did not get the touchdown off of that play. And then overall team stats. All right, Columbia has 10 first downs to 7 for Princeton. Third down efficiency. And usually for me, that's a big factor in a game, how you do on third down, more so than fourth down. But yes, how you do on third down, because are you picking up first downs to keep drives going? Columbia is 4 of 7, Princeton is 3 of 6. So they're fairly, I don't want to say average, they're good. They're capitalizing on the opportunities presented to them. Both are 0 for 1 on fourth down. In terms of total yards, Columbia has 169, while Princeton has 138. In terms of penalties, um, Columbia is 4 for 21, while Princeton is 2 of 30. In time of possession, it's in Columbia's advantage, 1740 to 1220 for Princeton. So there you have it. Those are the halftime stats. And like I said, the ebb and flows of this game has been indicative of this game. It started quickly for Columbia. Princeton is now starting to take it up. So big games tomorrow: Alabama and Vanderbilt, two ranked teams. Vanderbilt, and definitely, I know last year they beat Alabama at home, so Alabama wants redemption. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. If you in terms of checking that out, tomorrow night I'll actually be covering the Florida State and Miami game. So make sure you tune in here to see that game. Really excited for that game to see what happens. Is Miami going to still be able to stay hot as the number 3 team ranked in the country? Can Florida State get back into the top 10? And, after that loss to Virginia, a couple weeks ago, they want to redeem themselves and continue to get back into the top 10. And this will be a great win for them if they're able to do this. So, going to be a great game, and I'm excited to cover that one also. So, and it'll be covered right here on both of the networks also. So you can tap in and see the coverage there. So, but there we have it. No changes in any of the other games. This is the only one at halftime. UCF Charlotte is a minute out. The other 2 games are in the third quarter. So we'll see what happens as those games come along. And I'm going to check out quickly. I just want to see Delaware, Western Kentucky. Give you double coverage just for a little bit as we see what's going to happen here. Pulling that up. And it looks like Western Kentucky is trying to pass into the flat. Delaware had double coverage. So they're in a 4th and 11. So Western Kentucky is lining up. That's right. I'm giving you bonus coverage. So until we get back to the other the Columbia and Princeton. So I'll have it tapped in. So don't worry. I'm going to get back to that. But giving you bonus coverage. The Hilltoppers are lining up for the field goal. John Cannon, he's 1 of 1 on the night, made a 41-yarder. This one is going to be a 43-yarder from the right hash mark. And there's the snap, there's the kick, and he hit the uprights, and it went through. So it is now 17-13, Delaware leading Western Kentucky. So Delaware is 3-1 on the year. Western Kentucky is 4-1. So I knew Western Kentucky was a top team. And Delaware, being that they moved up from the FCS to the FBS level, the question is how were they going to be able to handle it? So, and it seems like they're doing fairly well. So, interesting there. So, and let me just make sure I go back. So I don't think it's coming back that fast, but just don't want to lose it. So, and yeah, they're giving you highlights and prepping you for the Alabama game tomorrow. Talking about Ty Simpson, his release action. He's a pretty good quarterback. I saw him earlier. Big loss to Florida State, but I've been tracking him as the season goes along. And he reads the field very well and usually makes the right play. So and that win last week against Georgia was a big one. So like I said, that's definitely going to be a good game. So yeah, improved. First game against Florida State was a 50 QBR. Since he's at a 93, so uh, he's definitely stepped up and improved his game. So make sure you guys tap in. You know, let me know what you think. What do you think about this Columbia and Princeton game so far? Who do you guys? You guys have asked me who I think is going to win. Who do you think is going to win? Who do you want to win? Whether it's your betting interests or you're just a fan of the team. So, yeah, and for the record, I did not say the Miami Florida State is at 7:30 tomorrow. It'll be on ABC. But again, like I said, I'll be giving you my analysis and reaction right here on the Hardcore Sports Network and ABSN Network, along with Coach Ed Sports. So make sure you tap in with me. I'm going to give you what I see. I'm going to give you a coaching perspective. What would I do? What do I think they should do? So now, in terms of this game right here for Princeton, I'm going to start with Princeton coming out of the second half. One of the things I'm stressing to my receivers, look, guys, when you have the opportunity to make a catch, make those catches. For the quarterbacks, Cologne, you have to do a better job, because there are opportunities to capitalize. Yes, Rod. And yeah, I just gave you a little bonus coverage, 17-13 there. So I'll go back in a second. But for Princeton, like I said, Cologne has to do a better job of being accurate. Right now, because coming into this game, I would have said Cologne was going to be the more accurate quarterback. And Columbia's quarterback, he was at 45% coming into the game, but he's looking phenomenal today. So especially off of the first two drives, he was hitting everything, went 10 for 11 to start. So has slowed down, but for Columbia, quarterback has to be more accurate. The run game is starting to click. So you keep doing what you got to do. The offensive line, stay on your blocks, especially when you do that outside zone. Your running backs are reading it right. They're cutting back because the backside is sealing. And because they're sealing, there's a lane right there that the running backs can attack. Princeton, keep hitting that. Keep hitting the run game. Keep hitting the run game. Don't get the third and longs. Even though you're at 50% early on, Columbia was just playing coverage. They were sending 3 and dropping 8. And your quarterback alone was having a hard time finding the receivers. He's not reading it quickly and then making a quick decision. So he just needs to do a better job there. Defensively, seems like you're holding things up. There were openings early on. Yes, you're getting the turnovers. Still bring some pressure from time to time. I think they sent a couple of blitzes, but not many. Send pressure on this quarterback, because that's the one thing. When you get him off of his spot, he's not accurate. So mix up your pressure with the blitzes, and get him off of his spot and cause more turnovers. You got 2 interceptions, so that's what you want to do, and get him rattled, and get good, clean, legal hits on him. That's what you want to do. So that's pretty much it, and then Columbia defensively, for the most part, keep doing you want to stay true, work on that backside. You want to do a better job taking away the cutback lanes for the running backs. But, when they work up inside, you do a fairly good job there. So you want to stay true with that. So, and then in the pass game, pass coverage, continue what you're doing for the most part. You're rattling their quarterback. You're taking away, and he's not doing a good job there. So got the money line Columbia as an add in for the Mercury money line. Don't know none about Columbia. What do you think? UNC, they got UNC. They're not looking good. I'm not a gambler, so anything UNC, I wouldn't even touch. And I'm not a gambler. So there you have it. UNC has not had a good year, and that's surprising coming from anything with Bill Belichick. You would have figured he would have done at least a better job So, but again, like I said, there you have it. That's my opinion. Columbia, good defense, as you see, especially in the pass defense. They have one of the top pass defenses in the FCS level. Oh, you meant Unk. Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, Columbia is better in pass defense, which is why, as far as Princeton, their run game is starting to click. So you want to keep working the run game. And like I just said, if Princeton can get pressure on his quarterback and get him off of his target, and not let him sit back there, you have a better chance. You just got 2 turnovers on the last 2 drives. So you have the opportunity. He started out phenomenally. Yes, he did. If I'm Columbia, that's what I want to do. I want to come back out and do exactly what we did to start the game. Get back into that rhythm. In the passing game, the receivers were doing a good job of finding the open areas. And then the biggest thing is catching the football. Princeton receivers, they've had opportunities and they've dropped the football. So, but here we are, a 10-7 game. If Princeton cleans up their mistakes, they have the opportunity to put more points. They have the opportunity to move the football and put more points on the ball, on the board. As far as Columbia's quarterback, he has to settle down. He has to really relax and trust his teachings, trust what the coaches are telling him, and make the ball catchable for his receivers. There's been a couple of times he's thrown it either behind them or too far in front of them. One of his interception, the receiver was in the zone and the defender baited him. If he threw it inside, the defender wouldn't have been able to pick the football over. So those are just little things. And then on a touchdown opportunity, 4th down, from inside I believe it was around the 2-yard line. You threw the ball, but behind the receiver, and the receiver was open in the zone. You connect on that, you're leading actually 14-10. So there you have it. That's how I actually see it. And this is what's going to happen in the second half. We're going to see what happens. So I'm going to tap in right now quickly to the Delaware, Western Kentucky real quick, tell you what I'm seeing. Western Kentucky is lining up to kick off. So Western Kentucky came back and scored. So they're now up 20-7. And Delaware is bringing the football out of the end zone. Oh, and his teammates told him to down it, and he brought it out, and it looks like he got up to about the 20-yard line. So actually, Columbia gets the ball at coming out of the second half. So, but right here in this game, Delaware is down now 20-17, but they have the ball. Let me just see. Looks like that was a pick 6? That's why. Oh, okay. That's probably why. 7:15 in the third quarter. Ball is snapped. Ball's out into the flat to the tight end, and looks like he picked up about 6-7 yards there. So, so it's going to be a second down, and 3. So, Delaware's, good position. Even though they're down, they can still move the football. It looks like they've been doing that all game. It looks like on the right hash mark, 1-3. Quarterback has the ball, took the fake, and he's gone crossover to 50. Looks like he's down to the Western Kentucky 50-yard line. So that's going to be a first down for Delaware in Western Kentucky territory. 6:30 on the clock and running. 1st and 10, like I said, in the third quarter. So defensive end crashed hard, and quarterback kept it. And did a nice little cutback, attack the outside, cut back to the left a little bit, got away from the defender, and got a big pickup. So they actually marked it at about the 44-yard line, orbit around right to left, ball is snapped, quarterback is down, pass over the middle, and completed pass to about the 13-yard line. So there you have it. Delaware's moving the football. Like I said, they've been able to do that all night. Yeah, I've been checking the stats, so I see what's going on. Okay, Kev, I'll send it to you right now. So just give me a second. You guys just bear with me. Gonna bring my man Cave on, and he's gonna join the show. All right, Cave, I'm sending it to you on Twitter right now. And Cave, here we go. All right, bro. I just sent it to you, so you can tap in. Appreciate you. So, yeah, they're just about ready to bring it back in a minute. So let me get back to the Delaware game. You just had a defensive pass interference on Western Kentucky. And yeah, it's at about the 4.5-yard line. Delaware's left hash, 2x2, tight end in line, quarterback run, and a pickup of about 1. All right, I'm going back to the Columbia game, so don't want to miss out on that. So, okay, still in commercial break, so I can get back to that game. Yeah, I'm working for you guys. I'm giving you double action, so I'm giving you bonus coverage between the two games there. So 5:15 and counting, 20 on the play clock. It's second and goal. And they're on the left hash, tight end to the right, motion the running back in, quarterback on the run again, and he fumbled the ball into the end zone. Western Kentucky recovers. That's a big blow. That's a big blow, so that's going to be a touchback. Wow, that's a big one right there, man. That's a really big one. You had a great opportunity there. What's up, Cave, man? How you doing?
What's good, bro? What's good?
Yeah, I'm just doing double coverage right now. So,
I
yeah,
know we got the Ivy League powerhouses.
yeah. So that's a big blow for Delaware, man, because you had the scoring opportunity, at least 3 points right there. So I'm going back to the other game now. So I'm probably coming back from the commercial break there. So, but how much of this game have you seen so far?
I don't see most of the game, man. I've seen Columbia jump out to a 10-0 lead, but what's the name? Princeton caught a break at the end towards the half, man. They caught a break.
Mm-hmm.
But Princeton
Mm-hmm.
been turning the ball over too, so
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So both teams have 2 turnovers. So, um, it's this game to me comes down to the Princeton offense versus the Columbia defense. Who's going to win there? Because if Columbia can fix shore up their run defense a little bit better and not allow Princeton to get into a rhythm running, they seem to have them in terms of the passing game. So we'll see what happens, going forward. So um,
Princeton got them orange helmets like the Michigan Wolverine. They just
mhm.
black and purple, black and orange. That's all it is, but it's the same.
Well, they actually, what most people don't realize, Princeton started that. Michigan took it from Princeton. So,
Mm-hmm.
so the wing, actually, no, wait a minute. I think it was Delaware. No, was it Princeton or Delaware?
Delaware Blue Hens.
Delaware started with the wings, then it went to Princeton, then Michigan, and this was back in the 30s, so, how far ahead are you, or are you on the same time with me? Because
No, I'm just. Oh, they just kicked off. You want me to call it? They
go
just
ahead,
kicked off.
take it, because
Yeah, they just kicked off. Columbia will have the ball. I guess they'll have it at the 20. So far, the yards are about the same, not too far, 169, 138. 2 turnovers by each team.
mm-hmm. Yeah,
Very
touchback on the end zone, bring it to the 25.
Mm-hmm. Let me see.
Yeah.
All right. Columbia is in a shotgun quarterback. Ball of snaps, hands it off to the running back, and he gets a biggie lane in the lane and gets to 10, 11 yards. Man, had a little truck. He could rush a little truck through there. First and 10, Columbia, the Lions.
Yeah, that's been a problem for Princeton all game.
Stopping that run. I mean, I don't know. Columbia just keep it on the ground. All right, first and 10 at the 34-yard line. Ball snaps, hands it off to the running back, and this time he is brought back down in the backfield. A loss of 2 or 3 on the play. So Princeton got in at that time, man. So it'll be 2nd and 13 coming up.
Okay. Yeah, you make those certain adjustments. Yeah, they brought a safety down into the box there. I see it.
And so Columbia's quarterback Chase Goodwin tonight, 14 of 18, 122 yards, no touchdowns, but he got 2 interceptions, and that's, like I said, open the door.
Mm-hmm.
All right, 2nd and 12. Goodwin in the shotgun. Ball is snapped. Drops back. Throws a quick out to the wide receiver, and he is brought down immediately for a gain of 2. So it'll be 3rd and 10 coming up for the Lions. So Princeton looking like on the defenses, they made some adjustments at halftime. They coming out.
Mm-hmm. That's exactly what they need to do. And when you have the opportunity, capitalize.
That's right. All right. 3rd and 10. I mean, it's still 3rd and 12. There was no gain on the play. Goodwin in shotgun. Ball is snaps. Drops back. Scrambling back. And he throws, and it is incomplete.
Mm-hmm.
Fourth down, so it will be Princeton's ball. So good first possession by the Princeton defense to get off the field.
Mm-hmm.
3 and out.
Mm-hmm. Double mugs. Yeah, I see it. They came with the blitz. That's exactly what you need. Exactly what I said. Get him off his mark. He's not accurate.
All right, 10-7 Columbia, like I said, but Princeton got the momentum now, and the kick is up, and it is fair catch at the 25-yard line, so that's where Princeton will start. Kai Cologne. They playing with 2 quarterbacks, Blaine Hippa and Kai Cologne, so they'll probably alternate, okay. But Cologne is the starter.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see what Princeton do on this first possession of this 3rd quarter at home, Princeton, New Jersey.
And just a quick update. Brown is still leading Rhode Island in the 3rd quarter, 21-14. At halftime, South Florida is leading Charlotte 33-7. And Western Kentucky is leading Delaware 20-17. Looks like they're on their Delaware 45-yard line now. So,
All right, Princeton's first possession, they hand off to the running back, and he gets about 3 yards on the play. So it'll be 2nd and 7 coming up on for the Tigers.
mm-hmm.
All right, 2nd and 7. Quarterback in the shotgun, fakes the handoff, drops back, rolling out, throws deep, and it is almost intercepted. Incomplete pass, throwing just between double coverage. But that ball looked like it hung up there for years.
And that's the thing with Columbia. They play good coverage on the back end.
That was good defense by Princeton, not to allow them to get the interception. So good defense by the Tigers wide receiver. All right, 3rd and 7. Quarterback Cologne is in shotgun, running back to his right, now in motion. Ball is snaps, drops back, throws to the sideline, and it is incomplete. So Princeton will have to punt the ball. So good defensive possession by each team in the 3rd quarter. So Columbia will get the ball back with a 3-point lead.
Yeah, Cologne is not doing a good job in this game passing. That's why I said you got to stick more with the run game. Well, that was just a mistake. The receiver cut his route short.
Right, he just stopped. I'm looking at Princeton unis, man. Their unis is tight.
Yeah, they always seem to have. Well, I coached in black and orange too with a team. So.
Oh, they remind me so much of my former high school, the Linden Tigers.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and the ball is kicked off and it's botched, but it goes out of bounds. It'll be Columbia's ball. Almost got a turnover. Princeton almost got a turnover, but the ball out of bounds. So Columbia, another miscue that they almost gave the ball right back to Princeton.
Right around the 30, 31-yard line.
Also, first game of the WNBA finals, Mercury up 57-54 with 6 minutes left to go in the third quarter. The Aces at home, but they are in a dogfight with the Mercury.
Yeah, I've been keeping tabs on that, so we definitely got a lot to talk about, with that, as well as the commissioner.
Yeah, coming out saying, "Oh, a lot of inaccuracies." It's like, yeah, okay.
Now, what did I say on Tuesday? Wednesday.
Yeah.
You should have said that. You should have said that then.
So you think it's just like it's PR trying to clean it up? Trying to
Yes.
clean it up?
Yes. Come on.
She says she will not. She's not going to resign and all this type of stuff. So it's like, yo, from what I heard from them things, I was just like, yo, that's not a commissioner right there. You don't say those type of things, and I mean,
But
no,
again,
they got to review that thing. They got to review that thing.
For those of you who don't know, who are watching, Cave and I, we also have a WNBA show, WNBA She Got Game, every Tuesday night, 7 o'clock, right here, where we talk about the W. So we will have a lot to talk about. So join us there. So like I said, we cover everything with the networks. We cover, everything, the NFL, NBA, WNBA, baseball, wrestling. We're trying to get into hockey, cover everything, so if you're looking for it or you want to make a suggestion, and maybe we can eventually. So, but I know coming back to action. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, come back to action. Let's see, Columbia on their second possession, they got to score here, man, because they've been on 10 for a minute, so they got to get something going. They got to get something positive out of this drive right here.
Exactly. Princeton's defense has been stepping up. So.
All right, let's see what they're gonna come out with. I want to see them throw the ball. I mean, just gotta do something. Gotta keep Princeton's defense off, because if you're just gonna run the ball, that's gonna be they're gonna be ready for it.
Eventually, yes.
All right, 1st and 10. Columbia, ball is in a shotgun. Hands the ball off to the running back, and he goes right through the middle, and he gets about 12. So good first down by Columbia. Let's see if they can keep the drive going. And right through the middle, like they did that on the other possession. Now it's 1st and 10 to hand the ball back off again, and he gets about 7 on the play. Man. So chunk yards.
They're in Princeton territory now.
2nd and 4 coming up, 11:41 left to go early in the third quarter. Ball is at the 47-yard line of Princeton. All right. 2nd and 4. Quarterback is in motion. Quarterback is set, but there's a whistle, is a flag on the play. Let's see what the flag is. False start on Columbia. So it'll be 2nd and 9.
Hey, make sure you put your link in the chat in the chat and everything.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
Make sure you guys.
All right.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
All right, 2nd and 9. The ball is handoff, and the running back gets about 2 yards on the play, 2 or 3 yards, and it should be 3rd and 6 coming up for the Lions. Like I said, a drive that looked promising. Hopefully it don't stall here, but it's 3rd and 7 coming up. Yeah, like I said, they got to get something on this drive. Got to get something, man, because Princeton is right there. Like I said, the momentum is on Princeton's side right now. All right, 3rd and 7. Quarterback is in a shotgun. Ball is snaps. Hands the ball off to the running back, and he gets about 3 yards, and he is stopped. Man, I was like, Columbia really ain't just trying to throw the ball. They just trying to run it. So, yeah, Princeton's just going to stack the line.
So, Leon Miller, thanks for tapping in, man. Appreciate you. Go Tigers. That Jersey flavor.
And there's a little injury on the floor right now on the field, number 11. Look like he's about to walk it off to the sidelines.
Okay.
So I don't know what Columbia coach is talking to the officials about, but he's on the field talking to them.
Hmm.
You need to be talking to your team.
Now you actually use your coordinators and position coaches for that. He's supposed to work your officials. Yeah, Jersey boy here, so I feel you. Or he might be getting some information clarification. So because he looks frustrated. Yep. Yeah, he's working the officials. Quick update: Brown is over Rhode Island now, 28-14, and Western Kentucky looks like they scored again. So they're lining up for the extra point. They're up 26-17 now. So
All right, Columbia set the kickoff, almost blocked. And Princeton will have it, and it'll be a fair catch at the 13-yard line. So that's where Princeton will start. So Columbia, if the defense could stop Princeton and get them on a 3 and out, they could have good field position. But we'll see.
Yeah, right around the 11, 12-yard line. So definitely going to see what does Princeton do right now. So personally speaking, like I said before, get your run game going. That's how you've been moving the ball. So
All right, 1st and 10. Now they got the backup Blaine Hippers in the game. Ball of snaps, hands it off, no fakes the pass, and throws to number 0. Good catch and a gain of 14 on the play. And the ball comes out, but I think he was down. So good fake handoff and throw for a 1st down for Princeton.
yeah, he's a left-handed quarterback. I forgot about that.
All right, ball of snaps, hand the ball off to the running back, and he gets tripped up and gets about 3 or 4 on the play. So it'll be 2nd and 6 coming up. But Princeton is on the move.
That's what you want to do. You want to get, and again, like I said, get that rhythm going. So, and maybe Hippa's the one.
All right, 2nd and 8, actually. All right, Hippa in a shotgun, ball of snaps, fakes the pass, and it is tipped at the line. So it'll be 3rd and 8 coming up. And okay, Columbia get off the field can they get off the field?
That came with the blitz. Yep.
All right, 3rd and 8. Quarterback in the shotgun. Running back to his left. Ball is at the 28-yard line. 5 seconds. The play clock is running down. Ball is snaps, drops back, looking, throws, and it is completed. What a catch by the Princeton. 1st and 10. A gain of 12 on the play.
I hear you, Hunter. You want them to win by 6 for your parlay. Nice catch right up to the 44.
Yeah, he got up there, man. He got up there. All right. All the snaps, quarterback takes the handoff and he runs it, and he gets about the 14 yards on the run. Good run by Hippo.
More athletic quarterback.
Mobile,
Yeah.
yeah. Gain of 15 on the play, 1st and 10. And Princeton, like I said, they got all the momentum. They got the momentum right now. They got Columbia on their heels.
Quarterback power right into.
Ball is at the 44-yard line. 1st and 10. Quarterback in the shotgun. Ball of snaps. Hands off to the running back, and he gets about 5 on the play. So it'll be 2nd and 5 coming up.
Here you go. Get the run game going. Eat up the clock, but you get into a rhythm. Your offensive linemen feel good.
2nd and 5 and lay. I guess Hippa got him going, man. He done brought some juice in there. All
Mm-hmm.
right, 2nd and 5. Hippa in the shotgun, man in motion. Ball at the 40. Ball snaps, hands it off to the running back, and he gets about a yard before he gets stopped. So it'll be 3rd down coming up, 3rd and 4 coming up.
Hippa's legs, though, changes how you defend this offense.
Mm-hmm. Let's see, can they get the 1st down on this play? 3rd and 4, ball at the 38-yard line. All right, Hippa in a shotgun, running back to his left. Ball snaps, drops back, and he takes off running, and he is brought down for a gain of 1. So it'll be 4th and 3 coming up. What is Princeton going to do? Hey, they got the momentum. I'll go for it. 4th and 3 coming up, and that's what they're going to do. Hippa's going to stay out there. Hippa's in a shotgun, running back to his right.
Needed to finish that ball.
All right, ball is snap. Oh, and he punts it actually.
Mm.
So they pin Columbia. They pin Columbia all the way down to the 1-yard line.
That's
Wow,
perfect.
what a kick!
There you go. That changes everything. That changes everything. Yes, good job.
Mm-hmm. Wow, good job by the Tigers. Now, like I said, Columbia would definitely be under pressure at the 1-yard line now.
Remember the other time the interception was deep in the red zone. I mean, deep in their own zone, sorry. So, yes, that's what you want to do. Hit a good job. Now the defense, come out. Let's see if you can make a play. What do you do?
Mm-hmm.
Charlotte has now scored on South Florida. It's 33-10. And Western Kentucky is up 27-17 on Delaware. Started the 4th quarter. So, this is really a nice chess match, because there you go. You see how the coaches are trying to play things. Princeton, like I said, coming in at halftime, get your run game going. Let's take a look at the stats real quick. All right, so Goodwin, 15 of 20, 122, 2 interceptions. Cologne, 2 of 10, 60. But Hippa, 3 of 5, 28, starting to pick up 88 total yards in passing. Columbia's at 79 yards. So you have Johnson, 29, and Bullock at 27 yards. And then you have Hippa leading the offense with 7 carries, 38 yards. Murphy, 7 for 29. Overall, 103 yards of rushing offense. So no major changes in terms of the receiving yardage overall. It's been the same for a while now. 1st downs, fairly even. Columbia 12, Princeton 10. Let me know when they come back.
Mm-hmm. Got it.
And 3rd down, they're both the same. 3rd and 4th down are both the same. 4 for 9 on 3rd down, 0 for 1. And 10 yards difference in total yards. So this is an evenly matched game. Penalties, Columbia, has 5, but they're only 26 yards, while Princeton is 2 for 30, and time of possession is about a 5-minute differential. So there you have it. So that's why this game is 10-3. So what type of adjustments do each coaching staff do continuing on? With 6:13 left in the 3rd quarter. So
But I'm gonna say Columbia doesn't look like they're in trouble, man, at that 1-yard line, because they have not been moving that ball, man. And when you're at the 1, a lot of pressure, man. Teams start playing tight.
Run blitz right now. If I'm Princeton,
You
yes.
said try to get that safety. Try to get that safety, man. Try to get that safety, because if they just gonna be running, stack that line, right? Stack that line.
Mm-hmm. Everybody stay true in their gap. So and control your gap, and don't let Columbia get anything. So go ahead, you got it.
All right, coming up to the line. Ball is on the 1-yard line. Let's see. I want to see what play call they gonna call. Are they gonna throw the ball, or they just gonna? I'm pretty sure they're gonna run on the first one though. Try to get some little breathing room. All right.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Columbia, the ball snaps, hands it off to the running back in the backfield, and he brings it out to the 6-7 yard line. So a gain of 4 or 5 on the play. I don't know what was Princeton thinking. They just running the ball. They're just running the ball.
Mm-hmm.
2nd and 4, so they got a little breathing room now. All right, quarterback is in a shotgun. Ball of snaps. Hands it back
Backside.
off to the running back, and he gets about 3 yards, so it'll be 3rd and 1 coming up.
That first play, the backside did not contain. That's why he was able to bounce it.
Mm-hmm. 3rd and 1 coming up, man. I thought Princeton was really going to bring that D. It's like, hey, this is the momentum right here, man. It's like, yo, you got to stop these guys. So 3rd and 1, let's see what they do on 3rd and 1. Can they get off the field?
Mm-hmm.
Important defensive possession. All right, 3rd and 1. Quarterback is in shotgun. Ball of snaps, drops back, and he takes off running, and he gets the first down. A gain of 3 or 4 in the play. Wow. Another gap discipline again. He got that first down because they should have been stopped on that play.
Mm. Yeah, that much. Yeah.
So
Backside again. The backside.
1st and 10. All right, 1st and 10. Ball is at the 9-yard line. Quarterback is in a shotgun. Ball of snaps. Hands it back off to the running back, and he gets about 5 more yards, 6 more yards. So it'll be 2nd and 4 coming up. Yo,
What's
all
up?
these guys doing is just running.
Mm-hmm. What's up, halftime, bro? Thanks for tapping in, man. Appreciate you.
Philly, what's good at halftime?
Backside was sealed. They watched that backside, which opened up that alley.
All right. 2nd and 4. Godwin again is in a shotgun. Running back to his right. Ball of snaps. Fakes the throw, throws, and gets a first down. Gain of 5 on the play. The throw to the sideline route to number 1.
Columbia is just starting to now get in a comfortable rhythm. They're not trying to be explosive, just meticulously move down the field.
And also, Jordan Kelly was a receiver on that play. All
That's right,
right.
halftime.
All right. 1st and 10. Ball of snaps. Hands it off to the running back, Lucas Bullock, and he gets about 1 yard on the play, if that. So it'll
This
be 2nd and 9 coming up.
this is going to be critical. This drive right here.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to let them flip the field.
Ball is at the 26-yard line. It started at the 1. It's at the 26,
Mm-hmm.
2nd and 9. All right. All right. Godwin in a shotgun. Blaylock to his left. Ball of snaps. Fakes the handoff. Throws, and it is incomplete. Too high for the receiver. So it'll be 3rd and 9 coming up.
Now this play is going to be critical. For me, you bring some heat. Bring some heat. Get that quarterback sped up.
Mm-hmm. All right. Like you said, hey, important possession right here. Princeton, they can get off the field, man. All right. 3rd and 9. Godwin in a shotgun. Bullock to his right. Man in motion. Ball is snaps. Drops back. Looking to throw. And he throws the Bullock over the middle, who sidesteps a man and close to the first down. He's real close. He's shot by 1 yard. So it'll be 4th and 1 coming up. And what is Columbia going to stand? Are they going to try to get that first? Are they going to try it? No, they're getting off. They're going to punt the ball. He almost had it too. Good tackles. Like he almost had it.
Mm-hmm. Quick update, Delaware scored. Now it's down by 3, 27-24.
Who?
Delaware.
Oh,
They're
okay.
down to Western Kentucky.
All right. So Columbia punt the ball off to Princeton, and it's fair catch at the 28-yard line.
So there you have it. Good job. You didn't want to let them move all the way down the field. Still forced them to punt. So, would have been better if you could have kept them deep, but okay.
Yeah, it would
that
have
was
been
a
better
good
if it was 3 and out, right?
Yeah. So there you have it. So good job by the defense. You got the ball back. The offense got into a rhythm. You still want to move down and at least get into field goal range and kick a field goal, so you can at least tie the game up. Preferably, though, you definitely want to score that touchdown. That's the key to everything. So we'll see what happens, going forward. So appreciate everyone for being here. Make sure you guys hit the like button for man cave, the man cave underscore Escott, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the man K underscore Escott on YouTube, on Twitter.
On Twitter.
Make sure you tap into the Aboriginal Sports Network, the Hardcore Sports Network, and Coach Ed Sports. All of those informations are there in the descriptions. If you're on Twitter, just tap into Sky's Papa, SKYSPOPPA 72. That's my Twitter page. The Aboriginal Sports Network and the Hardcore Sports Network. All of those great content creators are there. I'm telling you, we got you covered for whatever you're looking for. So when we bring you stuff like this each and every week. So, but again, this game, to be honest with you, this is favoring Columbia. This really is. Princeton it has been averaging over 30, I believe it was over 36 points a game. 30.
All right.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Officials, so they're about to hand it. All right, 1st and 10. Ball at the 28-yard line. Look like Hippa is still in there. In the shotgun, ball snaps, fakes the handoff. Looking, throws to the sideline route to the receiver. He gets it to pass number 0, and he gets a gain of 1 on the play. So it'll be 3rd and 9 coming up.
Second.
No, second. 2nd and 9 coming up for the Tigers. Like I said, this game is there for both teams, man. All right, 2nd and 9. Hippa throws to the sideline again to the receiver. He gets outside. He breaks it for a run up, gain of 25 on the play. Wow.
That's what Princeton needs, something like that.
That was to Kai Honda. Number 25. Oh, some poor tackling. Look at some holding, but some poor tackling. But anyway, Princeton is in at the midfield, hands the ball off, and he gets about a yard on the play. 2nd and 9 coming up. So it looked like Hippa's probably going to be the quarterback in it right now.
Probably setting up, waiting to use his legs again. Ooh, that should have been a face mask. Look like.
Man, they got Columbia on their heels right now, man. If Princeton can score right here, they could score right here because the defense look like they probably gonna be gassed. Columbia. It's 2nd and 9. Hippa in the shotgun. Ball is snaps. Drops back. Looking. Throws. And it is caught. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. A gain of 26 on the play.
Starting to get into nice field goal territory.
And that'll probably be the last play of the 3rd quarter with 7 seconds left to go in the quarter. Wow. Nice catch.
Nice quarter route, too. Yeah. Nice smash route concept where you have a short defender attacking the flat, and then you take the slot guy to run a corner route towards the sideline, so he has no underneath help. So he leverages the safety. Yeah, that safety was lost.
Wow, that was Josh Robinson on the catch. All right, Hunter Nichols, man. Hey, Princeton is in business, man, because it looked like Columbia looked like they've been dead since that 10 point, since they scored 10.
And that's the whole thing. That's why I said early when, it was said earlier, if they score again, it's over. No, you can never say it's over. Now, look, if they scored early, it would have made it more difficult, but it's never over. So, right now, you want to step up. Let's take a quick update, look at the stats. And Goodwin, 17 of 23, 135. Hippa, 6 of 8, 80 yards. So he's been more accurate. Cologne just doesn't have it today. So, and coach should have made this change a little bit earlier. I'm going to be honest, but hey, hindsight is 2020. Rushing yards are coming in a little bit more balanced. Griffin Johnson for Columbia, 8 carries, 44 yards, while Bullock is 9 of 28. Hippa, 7 of 38. Murphy, 7 of 29. 99 yards for Columbia, 104 for Princeton. Titus Evans still leading, 5 of 50. Ethan Hebb, 2 of 45. Paul Kohner, 1 for 51. Robinson, 2 of 42. So Princeton is overtaken in the passing yards. So looks like they're going to be taking over the total yardage in terms of this game. So what do you mean? Come on, update the. No, the first downs, Princeton should be leading. If I'm calculating right. So, yeah, Princeton is leading in terms of total yards, 244 to 234. So, first downs is inaccurate. Penalties the same, time of possession. 7 minutes difference there. So, still stays balanced, but Princeton offensively is getting into that rhythm. So, it should be coming back soon. So, you have it. And again, thanks to everyone for tapping in. Really appreciate you all for being here. So, enjoying this great Friday night in the Ivies. So, Ivy League football, it's one of the oldest conferences around, and they've been playing for decades. So,
the leather helmets, the leather helmets.
Yeah, the leather helmets. So, let me see.
Man, I'm like, Princeton Stadium is empty. Come on, Princeton. All right, back to action. Ball is at the 18-yard line. Hippa in the shotgun, running back to his right. Ball is snaps, drops back, looking, rolls, looking, throws to the end zone, and it is out of bounds. So it'll be 2nd and 10 coming up. All right, 2nd and 10. Like I said, Princeton, you can get 7 here, man. You need 7 right here, man, to really put some pressure on Columbia. All right, ball of snaps, rolls to his right, Hippa rolls to his right, and he is stopped immediately. No gain on the play. 3rd and 10 coming up. That play had no chance.
Yeah.
So now it's 3rd and 10 now. I mean, they still in field goal range, but should have got a first down. All right, ball of snaps. I mean, empty backfield, Hippa in a shotgun. Look like it's going to be a patch trying to get this first down. All right, ball of snaps, drops back, looking, throws, completed to his receiver, Robinson, and he gets a first down, a gain of 12 with 13 on the play. 1st and goal, Princeton at the 5-yard line. So good, Josh Robinson on the catch. All right, 1st and goal. Hippa in the shotgun.
Use his legs.
Running back to his left. All right, ball of snaps, drops back looking, throws a fade route, and that should be a pass interference in the end zone, and it is. Flag in the end zone, so wow, be 1st and goal again. But like I said, this time it'll be, what it should be, is it half the distance or is it right there? No,
No, I
1-1.
think it's at the 2-yard line, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, so it should be at the 2. Yeah, I know that. He brought him down. And sometimes you don't even know why, because like I said, I don't even think he's going to have that catch that ball like that.
Well, DBs tend to panic a little bit. That's the whole thing.
Yeah. All right, ball's at the 2. First and goal. Hippa, shotgun. Hands the ball off to the running back, and he gets into the end zone for a touchdown.
All right, so
Touchdown, number 21 for the Princeton Tigers, Ethan Clark with the rushing touchdown. So Princeton takes the lead 13-10, awaiting the extra point to go up 4. And what we say, Columbia, you've been. Oh man, that dude got held on Columbia though. He
Yeah, they haven't been calling a lot of holding penalties. I think they got 2 in the whole game.
That's kind of surprising. If they run it a lot, it should be a lot more holding calls on run plays. And the extra point is good. And Princeton goes up 14-10 over Columbia. So Hunter Nichols, hey, you're almost there, man. If Princeton could do it again, but Columbia, like I said, Columbia has been like they've been stagnant, man. So their offense got to get something going on this drive right here, man.
Yeah, I mean, again, Columbia has started to stall out from their early drive. Princeton is looking like they're cleaning up their mistakes, and they're taking advantage of Columbia being a little bit more stagnant. So, but this is a great the opportunity for Columbia right now is get back into your rhythm. You've done it before. Get back into your rhythm. Move the ball down the field and get some type of points, even if it's a field goal, but get some type of points. And then, with your defense, step up, because this is changing. Because earlier it was Columbia dominating on both sides of the ball. Now Princeton has gotten into the rhythm offensively. The defense has really shut down Columbia and not allowed them to capitalize in terms of scoring points. So, we'll see what happens as this game goes on. I mean, you still have plenty of time. You have a little over 13 minutes left in the game, so you go from there.
But you said a lot of it, even in the first half, like Princeton was beating themselves up too with some turnovers, man. It's just like that's what like kind of threw them off. But both teams had turnovers because if it wasn't turnovers, there more points on the board for both teams, man. But that's what happens, man.
Exactly. So, I think the turnovers are they're even now, if I'm not mistaken. I didn't check that. That's what
I think it was 2-2.
Okay. Yeah, there it is. First downs are updated. 14-14. 5 of 11 third down for Columbia. 5 of 10 for Princeton. 234 in total yards. 259. And the turnovers. Yeah, there it is. 2-2. Okay. Yeah, so we're up to date now. So good. So, but yeah, this is still a good game. And I know Hunter still wants another 2 points. So,
He's if I could get a field goal and Columbia don't, I mean, from Princeton, Columbia don't score again, I'm good.
exactly. So, yeah, if he wants Princeton to win too. So, so I know they're all betting, the
Mhm.
money line or whatever. So, and I get it. So, but there you go. So,
Yeah, I know one thing. Columbia has got to get something on this drive because I know I said it the last time, but you got to get something on this drive because guess what? Yeah, it's not too many more opportunities after this, man.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
All right, so Princeton set the kickoff to Columbia, and the kick is up, and it is caught at the 3-yard line. He brings it out to the 10, the 15 to 20, and that's where he stopped right there at the 20-yard line, 19, 20-yard line. So that's where Columbia and Goodwin will start from. But they're gonna have to pass the ball, man. You're gonna have to move the ball. You have to do something. You have to mix it up. Just can't be running like 3 straight times or 4 straight times to try to get first downs.
Mm-hmm.
Got to throw the defense off, and their defense now is well rested. So
Exactly. So, they've been comfortable. They have the energy, so they're feeling good. They're getting into a nice little rhythm. So,
all right, Columbia in the shotgun. Godwin fakes the handoff, rolls to his left, throws, and it is completed. Oh, is it dropped? Is it incomplete pass? He had the ball.
mm-hmm.
Number 3, he had the catch. I don't know what happened. He went to the ground and they knock it out. Like the pass was to Caden Butler. I thought he had the pass. Let me see. He had it, and he was open too. Caught it.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see another angle of it. I thought he. Well, no catch. 2nd and 10. All right. Ball is snaps. Hands it off to the running back, and he is brought down in the backfield for a loss of 1. So Columbia they stalling again. Since that first quarter, they only got 24 yards of total offense.
Mm-hmm.
And Princeton, on the other hand, has 235 yards of total offense since that first quarter. Wow.
And that's what you needed to do. So, for Princeton, that's what they needed to do from after that start of the game in those first couple of series. So, they definitely stepped up.
All right, 3rd and 10. Throws and the pass is completed, but he's brought down. A gain of 6 on the play. He almost got sacked too. And the quarterback he's sitting on the floor right now. He's getting up a little bit, so he must have took a hit. But Columbia once again got to kick the ball off. Oh, he got sandwiched. He got
Mm-hmm.
sandwiched at the end.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he did. And just like I said earlier, get after him, get good clean hits, rattle him. Those are the type of plays that can affect the outcome of the game going forward.
Oh, that's what Princeton needed. And so they got the momentum now. They're gonna get the ball again. And like I said,
Mm-hmm.
that's a timeout. Princeton calls a timeout again. Why did Princeton call a timeout? They call a timeout. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I don't know why they call a timeout. But Columbia set the kickoff now to Princeton. And like I said, Columbia's offense is just went AWOL. All right, the kick is up and it is out to the 30-yard line and it goes out of bounds. And that's where HIPAA and the Princeton Tigers will take over at with all the momentum on their side now.
If Princeton had made this change a little bit earlier at quarterback, you know,
Mm-hmm.
it would be a different ball game. Ooh, that barely missed the Princeton defense. Princeton player bouncing over the player.
But you know what happens, right? After this game like this, now they're probably gonna shift to him as the starting quarterback.
We'll see. Rhode Island has now cut the Brown lead to 28 to 21. Same score with UCF Charlotte, 33-10. And same score with Delaware and Western Kentucky.
That game's late, right?
Western Kentucky, it looks like it's 3:40, and Western Kentucky has the ball at their own 23-yard line. So let me peek real quick. Let me see with that game. Okay, they're in commercial break, so
Like I said, just look if Princeton scores, man, that's all you'll cover your thing because they don't look like Columbia's doing anything. They haven't done nothing since the first quarter.
mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And the Columbia coach is mad. I don't know who he's mad at, the referees or his team, because he's on that sideline going up and down the sidelines. He's probably talking to the refs. You need to talk to
Mm-hmm.
your team.
Well, both of it. So you want to work the referees so you can get calls, and then you want to inspire your players.
All right, 1st and 10 at the 30. HIPAA in the shotgun. Is it HIPAA or they went back to? Nope, they went back to the quarterback. What is it? To Blaine. I mean to Kai
Mm-hmm.
Cologne. So Back to Cologne, hands the ball off. And running back gets about 1 yard. Oh, and what's his name was mad about? He was mad about his quarterback getting sandwiched like that. I guess I don't think the guy hitting the helmet or something. But it's 2nd and 9. All right, ball is snaps. Quarterback drops back, looking, throws, and the pass is batted down at the line. So it'll be 3rd and 9.
I don't know why you made this change. I don't know why you made this change.
He needs to go back to Kai Cologne, and Kai Cologne's only 2 for 11. 2 for 11.
You don't make this change. He's not with it today.
This is what some of these coaches do. And Cologne is still in there again. It's 3rd and 9. Ball is the same play, 3rd and 9 at the 30. Ball is snaps, drops back, looking, throws, and it is caught for a first down and more to the 40, to 30. Oh, that might be. Did he bring in my horse collar? Nope. But 1st and 10, like I said, ball, a gain of 45 on the play.
I've been thinking that Princeton was going to win since the beginning of the game. So, based on the history and playing in Princeton, so
that pass was to Roman Lorio. So it's 1st and 10 Princeton, and then hey, they're in business to score some points at the 20-yard line in the red zone. All right. Cologne, ball is snaps, hands the ball off to the running back, and he gets about 4 yards on the play.
That's all you do. Just keep running the football. Just keep running the football.
Ball is handed off to Ethan Clark. 2nd and 7 on the play. 10:24 left to go in the 4th quarter, and Princeton is on the prowl again. Princeton is in business. All right, Cologne in a shotgun. Running back to his left. Ball is snaps, drops back, looking, throws, and it is incomplete. The receiver fell, or he get tripped. It looked like he either got tripped or so there's no call on the play, so it'll be 3rd and 7 coming up. Pass was intended for Roman Lorio again. All right. 3rd and 7. Cologne is in a shotgun. Empty backfield. All right. Ball of snaps. Drops back. Throws to the sidelines to number 5. And he is brought down immediately for a loss of 6 on the play. Wow. Not a good play. If I probably would have just dropped that pass.
And you're not thinking that as a player. You're just
No, I know, but I mean, as soon as he caught the ball, they were there. As soon as he caught it, because it's supposed to be guys are supposed to be blocking, but as soon as he caught it, they were there. So it's 4th and 11, and Princeton is set to for the field goal attempt, a 38-yard field goal attempt.
Yeah, exactly, stock guy. You kick the field goal, go up by 7 if you can.
All right, the kick is up, and it is good, and it is a 7-point lead, 17-10. Princeton over Columbia with 9:21 left to go in the 4th quarter. Can the Columbia Lions make a comeback? They have been flat ever since the 1st quarter.
Have it.
So everybody is covering right now. You love it for the parlay. He's covering right now.
And let's see. You have Browns still leading Rhode Island 28-21. UCF over Charlotte 33-10. Western Kentucky leading Delaware 27-24. 2 minutes left in that game. So these games are starting to wind down. So you guys who are waiting, looking for, your betting fix in a sense, I know you're if you as you say your parlay, right now if you're waiting on Princeton, there you go. You just gotta hope. You still have plenty of time. I think 9:25 left in the game. So, but but I will say this: the way Columbia has slow down. It's really making it hard. So definitely can't go 3 and out now. You can't go 3 and out or a short series and punt and leave Princeton with plenty of time, 6 minutes left. Because then if you get into that range for Princeton, you go into what is called a 4-minute offense. Maybe not so with 6. You stay with your full offense, but if you can get to 4 minutes, then you start, running the football and chewing up the clock. You
Mm-hmm.
know, when we look at Princeton offensively, 110 yards rushing. So while there's nothing dynamic, they have had the opportunity to make plays, and also you want to force Columbia to take their timeouts. But go ahead, man. You got it.
I mean, Columbia has been blanked in the last 3 quarters with 0 on the scoreboard. Tigers set the kickoff. The kick is up, and the ball's at the 10. Brings it out to the 10, the 15, and he is tackled right there at the 22-yard line. So that's where Columbia will take over. But like I said, Columbia has not had nothing to write home about the last,
Mm-hmm.
9-10 possessions.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the coach is more animated on the sidelines with the officials than his team. You got to get your team. You got to get your quarterback. And I don't even know who's Columbia's backup quarterback. They might want to try another quarterback. They should have been trying another quarterback just to see, man, because this dude's been flat. What's his name? Godwin's been flat since the first quarter.
Yeah, he's like I said, coming in prior to this game, he was very inaccurate. He was a 45% completion rate. So it might be they have freshmen behind him, so that might be the issue.
Mm-hmm. All right, Godwin in the shotgun. Ball of snaps. Hands the ball off to the running back, and he slips on the floor and get a gain of 1 or 2 on the play. Wow. Can't slip, man. You got to stay on your feet. That was to the running back, Griffin Johnson. So it should be 2nd and 9 coming up. But you're gonna have to pass the ball. You're gonna have to pass the ball. You have to get some chunk yards down here.
Princeton is
All
also coming with the blitz.
right, 2nd and 8. Good one. In the shotgun, drops back, looking. So he's rolling out to his left. And it's a flag on the play, and the pass is incomplete, but there's a flag on the play. It might be on Columbia probably for a holding, so it's gonna drive them back. Yep. So Columbia, like I said, they have just totally just I mean, the offense has just sputtered.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, Columbia, like I said, not what you want to do. You don't want to be going. You going the total wrong way. You're going the opposite way. You need to be going the other way.
You move them back. You take the penalty.
2nd and 18.
Make it more difficult. They haven't been. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was just saying they like you said, they've been very stagnant. Quarterback is not accurate now, so yes, you take the penalty yards.
I look like Princeton is coming. All right, the ball is snaps. Low pass, drops back, looking, throws, and it is completed for a first down to the 37-yard line. Wow, it's a gain of 26 on the play. So where was that most of the game?
Yeah, that was from the early part of the game. That's
1st and
exactly.
10.
Mm-hmm.
All right, ball of snaps, hands it off to the running back, and he gets about 2 on the play. Looked like he was going, and he just stopped. But he gets around 1, gain of 1 on the play, so it'll be 2nd and 9 coming. Second and 9, 7:52 left to go in the fourth quarter. Columbia,
Still by the safety there.
good one in the shotgun, and look like Princeton look like they're bringing everybody, or they just showing that they bringing everybody. Shotgun, good ones in the shotgun. Ball is snaps. They drop back now. He rolls to his left. Rolls to his right, and He throws out of bounds, nowhere to go. So it'll be 3rd and 9 coming up. Good D by Princeton. But man, they got to get something that like they got to get another pass downfield, man, just to open it up. Because I do believe if they don't get nothing on this drive, that'll be it. Because Princeton definitely they're gonna shorten the game. They just gonna eat clock.
Mm-hmm. $7:25 on the clock.
All right, 3rd and 9. Ball is at the 37-yard line. 38-yard line. You better get the play in. 3rd and 9. Got to
Mhm.
get this first down. Got to get this first down. All right, good one in the shotgun. Ball is snaps, drops back, looking, throws, and almost intercepted. Incomplete pass. 4th and 9. Good defense by Princeton, and they'll get Columbia off the field. So hey, all Princeton got to do is, like I said, eat clock and run it, man.
And the pressure is the reason why he threw an inaccurate pass. So 7:20 left on the game clock, 4th and 9. Now, Princeton, you don't want to go completely anemic. Still want to have an even balance. And you bring in HIPAA because his legs can also play into the fold.
And look like it's a false start on Columbia, so 5 more yards, so they'll have to re-kick it.
Killing themselves.
I mean, they need Princeton to help them out with some yards, and they helping Princeton out. Princeton don't need no help.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so they have to kick it again. 4th and 14. The kick is up, and it's fair catch. Oh, and falls down, but he catches the ball at the 24-yard line. Oh, I thought he was going to drop that one, man, because he went backwards on that catch.
Mm.
So, hey, Princeton, hey, this is your game right here to win, man. This is your game to win.
So, yeah, it's their game. They know that. And you just want to be very simple with it. So let me tap in real quick to the Western Kentucky real quick. Oh no, it's still on. I'm not gonna touch it.
And it looks like what's name is coming back out again. Number 12 for the quarterback. Cologne will be back out.
Okay.
All right. Cologne's ball, in the shotgun, running back to his right. And he hands the ball off to the end. He gets no gain on the play. So it'll be 2nd and 10 coming up. That ball is handed off to the running back, number 5, Darian Murphy. All right, 2nd and 10. Cologne in the shotgun. Murphy to his right, running back. Ball is snapped. And he fakes the handoff, roll out to his left, and the passes, almost knocked out. Held on to the ball, a gain of 3 or 4 in the play. Yeah, I don't know. It looked like the clock was stopped. Why was the clock stopped?
Mm-hmm.
Nobody called a timeout even after that first running play. Oh, did he knock that ball out?
No,
He
but he
knocked
still
the
has it.
Yeah, he still has it, but he knocked it out. All right, 3rd and 6 coming up. 3rd and 6. All right, Cologne is in a shotgun. Can they stop them? Can Columbia stop them on this play? 3rd and 6. Cologne in a shotgun. Murphy to his right. Play clock is running down. 3, 2. Ball is snaps. Get it off in time. And Cologne throws, and it is completed to Robinson again for a first down. A gain of 18 on a play.
Mm.
First down. 1st and 10 Tigers. Man, they be losing this guy.
Mm-hmm. They cleared on the outside, so they ran some type of I think he said hammer route, vertical on the outside, out cut, like a 10-yard out, and then there
Nice.
it is.
1st and 10. All right, hands the ball off to the running back, and he gets about 4 yards on the play. Hands the ball off to the running back, Honda. So 2nd and 6 coming up. 4:50 left to go in this fourth quarter. And Princeton in no hurry right now, man. Columbia, like I said, they
The Aces won.
all right, 2nd and 6. Cologne in a shotgun. Honda to his left, the running back. Ball to snaps. Hands it off to Honda, and he is stopped for a gain of 1 on the play. So 3rd down coming up. Going inside of 4 minutes, 4:06 left to go. 3rd and 5. Can Columbia get off the field here? All right, empty backfield. Cologne in a shotgun. Still 19 seconds on the play clock. Another coach on like, hey, you got to use some more time. Run that thing down. All right, 3rd and 5. The ball is snaps. Drops back. Looking. Throws. And it is completed to a wide open receiver for a first down. Gain of 20 on the play. To Lario on the catch. And man, they just every time they need the first down, they just keep picking them off, picking them apart. So, hey, every time you get a first down, that's more clock is going to be used.
Exactly. More clock. And now Columbia is starting to get into that area where do they need to take their timeouts?
Because they still got all 3 of their timeouts. All right, ball is at the 32-yard line. All right, ball is snaps, hands the ball off to the running back, and he gets about 2 or 3 on the play. So it'll be 2nd down coming up, and it looked like Columbia will probably use their first time. No, there's a flag on the play. There's a late flag. Is it on Princeton? Yeah, more than likely. Holding against Princeton. Replay first down. That's what Columbia needs. They need them to keep moving back, but they got to make some stops on their end too, like I said.
Thank you for everyone tapping in. Make sure you guys hit the like button on all the networks associated with this. Subscribe if you haven't already done so. It's free for you guys. Hey, if it's free, it's for me. Make sure you get notified so you know when we post new content, and share on all your social media platforms. We appreciate everyone. So,
all right, ball is snapped to the quarterback, and he loses about 3 yards on the play, but there's a flag on the play again on his 1st and 20. Let's see what the flag is.
illegal formation, I bet you.
It probably is because I look like as soon as they threw the flag out, so that's probably what it is. Illegal formation, yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I could
So
tell they went unbalanced, and you had 2 off on top. So yeah, with those.
Columbia's like, now y'all getting this stuff. Is like we needed that earlier. You know what I'm saying? All these penalties. So it's 2nd and 20.
Run the ball.
With 2:50
Oh,
left.
they
All right.
declined it. They declined it. Yeah, because then that would give them an extra first down.
All right. The ball is handed off to number 5, and he gets about 2 or 3 yards on the play. So it'll be 3rd down coming up.
Take your timeout.
So Columbia will take their first time out with 2:42 left to go in the fourth quarter.
That means
Third down coming up.
they'll have 2 left, as well as the 2-minute timeout.
Mm-hmm. It's Ivy League Friday, man.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're going to be having them for the next few weeks anyway. So, and this is a great way to start off the Ivy Leagues. So, 3rd and 16. What do you do? You're welcome, Yancey. We appreciate. We like doing this, and we like you guys interacting with us, talking with us, and it's a family thing, man. Think about it.
All right, third down coming up. Let's see if Columbia can make this stop. Ball is at the 39-yard line. All right, Cologne in the shotgun. The ball is snaps, drops back, and he is sacked. A
Can't
loss of 5
take
on the
a
play.
sack. You can't take that sack. You don't
Oh,
do
that
the
knocks him out of field goal range.
exactly. Depending on where your kicker's range is, you don't take that. Well, I mean,
Looks like Columbia. They're gonna let the clock run down to the 2-minute one for because they're not calling the timeout.
well,
So
now that I think about it, that would have been a 50-plus field goal. So maybe that's fine. If you're going to punt it anyway, just get a little extra yard so this way you have a window to work with your punter.
and we are at the 2-minute warning with the score: Princeton 17, Columbia 10, with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. It will be Columbia's ball when Princeton kick off after the 2-minute warning, and Columbia has 2 timeouts left. And WNBA has one final, game 1. The Aces came back to win at home by 3, 89-86 over the Phoenix Mercury, who put up a valiant effort.
And just to update, it's a final. Brown beats Rhode Island 28-21. Western Kentucky beat Delaware 27-24. USF is up on Charlotte 33-18 with about 9 minutes left in that game. And San Jose State is leading New Mexico in the first quarter 7-0. So you have the other two starting at 10:30. So there you have it, up to date. So pretty excited. Also, make sure you guys tap in tomorrow, 7:30, 7:15ish pregame. We're going to be covering the Miami and Florida State game. That's a big game. Who
Oh
runs
yeah,
Florida?
I'll be here for that, man. I'll definitely be here for that on there tomorrow
hmm
night.
Yeah. So excited for that game too. So if Castellanos can create that magic, or is Carson Beck going to keep Miami at number 3 in the country? Who knows? We'll see tomorrow. So, game is played in Tallahassee tomorrow night, 7:30 kickoff. We do a pregame at 7:15. So, just to get us a little ready for the game. So, make sure you guys tap in.
Yeah, what's that? Is that Miami number 4?
No, Miami's number 3, if I'm not mistaken. Hold on.
Okay, I know Florida State is like 18, so I said
Miami's,
Florida
yeah.
State needs this win because hey, they can't lose 2 in a row because they just lost to Virginia. So if Florida State loses, they are out of the top 25.
Yeah, they just lost to Virginia. Oh no, it was
Yeah,
last week. Yeah.
yeah. And Miami had a bye week, so Miami's
Yeah,
well rested.
Yeah, Miami in the AP is number 3. In the coaches, they're number 3, and in my rankings, they're number 3.
All right, so Princeton set the kickoff to Columbia. Can Columbia make this comeback? We will see. But anyway, they should have a long field to go. The kick is up, and it is fair catch at the 11-yard line. So that's where Columbia will start.
Yeah, Lehigh is going to be fire tomorrow.
What?
Yale Lehigh. I like. I think that's going to be a good game tomorrow.
Oh, okay. I thought you said somebody's gonna get fired
No,
tomorrow.
no, 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 no. No, no. I said that game is going to be fire tomorrow. So
Oh, okay.
Ivy League versus Patriot League. So so you know me. I mean, I go all the way down to D3, man. I know a lot of it.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, when you said fire, I was like, fire. It's like, oh, somebody on the hot seat tomorrow. They like, they gone.
you never know.
Oh, now Columbia brings in another quarterback. Now they bring in another quarterback,
Mm,
number 18. He takes the snap, he drops back, and he throws to Bullock. Bullock out of the backfield, and Bullock gets about 9 on the play. First, I mean, it should be second and 1 coming up. So who's number
mm,
18? That's
mm,
Xander Menapace. Menapace.
mm.
He came in the last 2 minutes of the game. All right,
It
clock is running. All right, Menapace in the shotgun, drops back, looking, and he jump pass, and there's a first down, gain of 7 on the play. So they got to
mm,
hurry up. Columbia has to hurry up. I know they got 2 timeouts. Or did they just no? They haven't used this one yet. Nah, they got to go though. Menapace in the back in the shotgun, running back to his right. Ball of snaps, drops back, looking, and he is brought down for no gain. So to be second and 10 coming up. Man, he's just in the pocket. He's just like I think Columbia used the timeout, but he looks like not sure what to do in the pocket. He's not moving around fast enough. It's like you're gonna get sacked, bro. You got to move.
mm-hmm.
But then again, I don't know if he's a freshman or whatever because it's like you know what I'm saying. He's just like, but coming in cold like that, that's a lot to ask for somebody coming in the last 2 minutes of a
Well,
game.
is the other quarterback hurt? That's the question. You know.
I think you thinking like after that hit.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Because that's the only thing. I don't see the other quarterback. He's not hanging around. So maybe he is,
Hmm.
banged up a little bit. So I mean,
He's in that blue tent.
if they have a blue tent, so yeah.
All right, second and 10 coming up. Let's see what Columbia gonna do. So Menapace, the quarterback, is in a shotgun. Just pass the snaps, drops back, and he is sacked again. Oh no, he gets rid of it. I thought he was gonna blow the whistle. It says an incomplete pass.
Mm,
And you get a little extracurricular activity going on.
mm.
Man,
So
I thought that was gonna be a sack. I guess they ain't stopped the play, so he threw an incomplete pass.
did a little Eli there.
Right. But I'm telling you, for a quarterback, you can't be in the pocket like that, like you have no awareness like that. He's just like it's
Hitting
like
them
he's
boys.
walking in a candy store somewhere, like he's taking a walk around a candy store. It's like, bro, you gotta know what you're doing. All right, third and 10,
Mm-hmm.
ball of snaps, drops back, looking. Now you on the run, and he's still on the move. Gets about 8 on a play. Should be fourth and 2 coming up. But all his plays look like it's slow.
Mm-hmm.
49 seconds left to go in the game. Fourth and 2 coming up.
Yeah, he's not a mobile quarterback.
You say he's not the fleetest of foot, huh?
Mm-mm. So it's what, 4th and 2?
Fourth and 2. All right. Can Princeton end the game here? All right. Menapace in the shotgun drops back. Pass is thrown, and it is caught by Bullock for a first down at the
Mm.
39-yard line. So it's first and 10. You gotta hurry up. All right. First and 10. Ball to snaps. Drops back. Looking. And he takes over. And then he throws. Is that a catch? Man, that stuff look weird.
I'm trying to see now.
I'm trying to see if that's a catch, but hey, ball is snap. They gave it to him. Ball is snaps, and he looking and he throws. and that's also caught at the 42-yard line. 1st and 10. Something looks weird. All right, 1st and 10, 12 seconds. Ball is snaps, drops back, looking, throws to the sideline to number 86, and he gets out of bounds with 3 seconds left to go.
This is going to be just throw it up into the end zone now.
Hail Mary.
Yes. 3 seconds, you have no choice.
3 seconds and 1 timeout left. That's it. Yeah, right. This is the last play of the game coming up. And look like they're going to use their final timeout.
I don't like this series right here, the way they managed it.
Me either.
With some of the movement, the way they're attacking the defense. It's like you're just nickeling. Okay, there's the other quarterback. Yeah, he's right there. So this looks like it is just a regular quarterback change. Yeah, I'm with you. Why are you making this change now, late in the game, under 2 minutes? I don't understand that. So,
yeah, now unless the other quarterback was hurt or but concussion protocol or something. I don't know.
I'm putting at least one guy back at the goal line because that's what they need. They need a touchdown. And then, if you want to play man underneath where everybody's running with their receiver,
now Princeton will use their timeout.
Good win. Princeton keeps his parlay alive, so you must be ahead of us.
Yeah, he is because he's happy. He's like, because Princeton covered, man. It looked like Columbia was going to do the thing. Yeah, they keep going back to that hit, man. It looked like he got hit in the head and, underneath the helmet and all that stuff. And
UCF is now up 40-18 over Charlotte, so they scored again. Yeah, but even if they felt it was targeting, not just by the officials on the field, you have the replay booth that can call for that.
Right, and because they never, and that's why the coach is hot at them, I guess, but they never reviewed it. All right, 2nd and 10, ball is snaps, and Menapace drops back. Now he's throws into the end zone, and it is deflected and incomplete, and that's the game. Princeton defeats Columbia 17-10. But like I said, this last drive by Columbia, it just looked clunky. I don't know what I know it was a new quarterback and also, but it's just like he just was not moving around that pocket like he is. Like he could have got hit or the way he was running, like the ball could have got knocked out of his hands or something like that because he didn't know where he was.
Well, here we go. We're going to take a look at the finals. Let me make sure I'm up to date. It says final. And final stats. Chase Goodwin, 19-28, 165, 2 interceptions. Alexander Menapace, 6 of 8, 40 yards. Overall, they're 25-36, 205. Princeton, Kai Cologne, 7 of 17, 145, 1 interception. Blaine Hippa, 7 of 11, 93 yards overall. 14-27, 238, 1 interception. Russian, Griffin Johnson, 10 of 46. Luka Bullock, 10 of 29. Overall, Columbia is 32 carries for 110, 110 touchdown. Princeton, Hippa, 8 for 38. Murphy, 9 for 35. Overall, they're 39 carries for 114 yards and 2 touchdowns. Receptions, Titus Evans actually went up to 8 receptions, 93 yards. Good game for him. Ethan Hebb, 2 for 45. Luka Bullock, 6 for 34. For Princeton, Josh Robinson, 4 for 73. Roman Lorio, 2 for 67. And Paul Kutner, 1 for 51 overall. Columbia was 25 for 205, and Princeton was 14 of 238. If we look at the team stats, what we have is pretty even on first downs. Columbia had 18, Princeton had 17. Third down is where, you know, it shows Columbia 5 of 14, Princeton 8 of 15. Fourth down, Columbia was 1 of 2, Princeton was 0 for 1. Total yards, Columbia 315, Princeton 352. So they definitely stepped it up. Penalty yards, big. Columbia 8 for 44, Princeton 3 for 40. Both teams had 2 turnovers. Time of possession differential of about 3 minutes when you really break it down. So that's why this game came down to what you have there. So good win for Princeton. They moved to 2-1 on the year, 1-0 in Ivy League, and Columbia falls to 1-2, 0-1 in the Ivy. So that's where you have it right now. What each team will do next week. Let me see. Princeton takes on, let me see, Princeton next week. Princeton takes on Mercer, which is nationally ranked in the FCS. They really took it to Princeton last year. So, but next week,
They took on Mercer from here, Georgia. Okay.
Yeah. So Mercer comes up to Jersey though. So next Saturday. So that is on. If you have ESPN Plus, you can watch it on ESPN Plus. Noon kickoff. And Columbia next week. They travel to. They host Lehigh next Saturday, also 12 noon, ESPN Plus, if you want to watch either team. So there you have it. So your final thoughts on today's game overall, Cave?
Final thoughts, man. Like I said, a tale of two halves, man. Like I said, Columbia came out like they were ready for business and stuff like that. They came out on fire in that first quarter. Like I said, I thought they was going to beat Princeton. I mean, when they came out, it was up 10-0 before Princeton even knew it. But then, like I said, slowly but surely, by the second quarter, Princeton started getting their bearings right. Like I said, that turnover probably woke Princeton up and stuff like that to get that touchdown. Because if they didn't get that touchdown and Columbia score, it probably could have been a different game. But Princeton, like I said, they woke up and that was it. And after that drop, Columbia, like I said, they had no more answers, man. They was not moving the ball. I mean, they were moving the ball, but then, like I said, their drives was stalled. And when that started happening, they just started getting empty points and empty possessions. And slowly but surely, it woke Princeton up. Their momentum kept going and going. And they shut Columbia out in the second half. Like I said, since that first quarter, Columbia had like 24 total yards, like late into the third quarter. That's like 2 quarters worth of work with no movement at all. Can't do that. And I learned. I think the quarterback that played, the backup quarterback, I think Sanchez. They said he hurt his shoulder. That's why he didn't come in. But Manapace came in. So that was one of the things. But hey, looking at that game, like I said, Princeton, like I said, looked good in that second half and stuff like that. Love the uniforms too. Like I said, they like the orange and black Michigan Wolverines uniform and stuff like that, man. Like I said, Princeton always hold near and dear to my heart. Like I said, when I had my high school graduation at Hightstown, graduated from Princeton University. That's why our graduation was Jadwin Gymnasium.
Okay.
On the campus of Princeton. So let's just like, even though I said let's go Columbia, but hey, shout out to Princeton Tigers, man.
Exactly. So last quick update. Again, you had the finals, Brown over Rhode Island, Western Kentucky over Delaware. Now you have Princeton over Columbia. UCF is leading Charlotte 47-18 now, about a little under 7 minutes in the game. San Jose State ended the first quarters leading New Mexico. West Virginia BYU just kicked off, and Colorado State, San Diego State will be kicking off soon. So there you have it. And as far as final thoughts, man, you hit it perfectly. This was a tale of two games in a sense. Columbia started fast, and they needed to, but like I said during the course of the game, that could also be because they knew Princeton was going to score. Princeton had been scoring over 30 points a game, so they kept them under their average. But Princeton has an offense that can, when it gets going, can get moving. It's also a tale of two quarterbacks. Hippa came in and really gave them a spark. And then you brought, Blaine back in, and, you allowed him to work, and he eventually started to get him going. So he, gotten, some passes going and felt a little bit more comfortable. And the offense didn't seem too choppy. They seemed to be able to move the ball, and they had good balance. So And then both teams defensively. I have to give both teams credit. Princeton's defense overall hadn't been the greatest, but they played well. Columbia did move early, but they made the adjustments to stop Columbia from taking advantage of those open areas, and they finally capitalized. So, there you have it. Appreciate everyone. If you haven't already done so, hit the like button for Coach Ed Sports, the Man Cave _SGod. Also on Twitter, hit him there. If you're watching me on Twitter, make sure you hit my channel there. Make sure you tap into the Hardcore Sports Network on YouTube and on Twitter, and also, or X, I'm sorry, whichever you call it, and also for the Aboriginal Sports Network, same thing on all the social media platforms. So on Twitter and also on YouTube, Instagram. I mean, we can cover it everywhere. So, and subscribe, as my man TP says. Man, there's so many great
cost you
content
nothing,
creators.
right?
Yes, hey, if it's free, it's for me. So I like saying that. So, but that's going to be it.
Make sure you be back here tomorrow night. We'll be
Yes.
back here tomorrow night for the big game tomorrow night. Miami versus Florida State, live from Doak Campbell Stadium, Tallahassee, Florida. Let's see the Battle of Florida. Let's see if Florida State, let's see if they can regroup and try to get back on the winning track. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. But we'll be back here tomorrow. 7:30 starts the game, but Coach will be at 7:15. Like I said, starts at 7:15. So make sure you tap back in.
Exactly. So appreciate you all. But we're going to get out of here. I'm going to watch the rest of these games and chill, man. So, but I'll see you all tomorrow. Thanks a lot. Peace.
Peace.
On the field we grind, every play's a statement. Coach Ed on the headset, leading like a champion. Games on blast, yeah, we talking all the scores. From the stands to the couch, it's college football wars. Tactical rise, rivals feel the pressure. Every snap, every pass, it's a teacher lecture. We breaking down the plays with rhythm and force. This podcast is the playbook, it's the main source. On the headset, we're calling the shots. Every team on the rise, giving all that we got. On the field we hustle, every snap like it's told. Highlight reels rolling, the stories unfold. Tailgates are packed, fans decked in their pride. On the headset, got the whole world on our side. From the kickoff to the final drop, Coach Ed's breaking down how we thrive. Every week, every game, we're turning the tide. On the headset, where the passion won't hide. Let's talk stats, let's break it down. Championship dreams, we're wearing that crown. From the big wins to the heartbreaking loss. On the headset, we're here, no matter the cost.